You Good afternoon, friends, one and all. I see we have Ski. Wow, gifting us sub already. I I was gonna say we have Golden Turns over here also threatening to gift sub. Definitely very appreciated. Thank you. Yeah, thank you both. Awesome. Welcome, one and all, to the stream. If you'll take a look here at my decks, you'll see I don't have any. They're all gone. What happened? Well, I deleted them all. And we're going to be building some new decks because we have a new ban list and, as a result, a new meta coming up. So, no, I'm not on a new account. I am not on a new account. It is, in fact, the same account. Oh my goodness, there's Golden Turns gift sub as well, starting up that hype train right off the bat. Thank you both so much again. That is so incredibly kind. That's good. Thank you. No, very, very much appreciated. Yeah, this is actually something that I do all the time. I don't like... So if I'm editing a deck, I actually will just delete it and just build it from scratch again, because I hate getting in a situation where my deck becomes a ship of Theseus, right? Where I'm like subbing in and out 1-for-1 cards all the time, and then I'm like, I feel like your deck loses cohesion if you like do that too much. So we're gonna just jump right in and start with a brand new deck here. Ooh, Alan got the gift sub. Hell yeah. Thank you again both so much. Actually, we're at 3 out of 10, so is there like a re-sub? Because I don't see anything else in the list here. So sorry if I didn't, if there was somebody who like subscribed and I missed that, because I see our bar's at 3 out of 10, or I guess it's up here. But okay, so the first thing that I want to do, I want to work on Snake Eye, and I'm actually gonna bring up Road of the King here. Yeah, here we go. I want to bring up the latest metagame report, and I want to see what some of these lists look like. Now, obviously, the meta here is going to be quite different, but currently the OCG has the closest list to Master Duel when it comes to Snake Eye, except Master Duel's hits have actually been a bit harsher, right? Because we only have the one Ash. Just going to glance at Fire King here real quick. There is Fire King coming soon, but I don't know if, like, with the Snake Eye stuff limited, I feel like it's just going to be more of, like, a Fire King deck, right? I mean, not that that's a bad thing, but... Oh, they're using the Fiendsmith stuff. Ooh, we don't have that at all. Okay. So, we might need to go back a little bit, then. I don't know when that came out, so I'm just going to keep looking at lists until I see one that doesn't have Fiendsmith in it. Okay, here's one. Besides Forbidden Droplet, Change of Heart's another popular word breaker that is played in the side deck. It's always helpful to read these words too. Against Fire King, Snake Eye, and Ubel using Change of Heart to control their Appaloosa. Makes sense. That's why this is why Triple Tack is really one of the many reasons why Triple Tack is really good. But like obviously main decking Change of Heart into Best of One is a little bit of a dice roll because it's going second card. So, but this is a very, very true statement. Great way to turn the game around. Some Ubel decks. Ubel, I can't wait to play Ubel when that comes out. I don't know about y'all, but I am super ready for that. I guess, yeah, they're only on one Flamberge. They do have the Snake Idea Bell as well. Yeah, so they have one Wanted, but as you can see, they have 2 Snake Eye Ash. Oh, Chicken Game. I actually saw somebody talking about this. Let me actually scroll down so we can see the extra, too. Well, I also want to read the rest of that blurb here. Ubel might opt to end on Nightmare Griffin. Change of Heart can still be used against it. Taking control of Nightmare Griffin would cause their Phantom Ubel. Okay. Alright, yeah, let's see this here. So, yeah, they're on Chicken Game. That's kind of like an alternative to Upstart, I guess. That's slightly better. They play Souls, but it doesn't look like they play... I don't know how much of a package it is because they don't play, Where Art Thou? I mean, this build doesn't anyway. This was 6-0, finished first in this particular tournament, which had 47 players. Isn't like the most, but also went 6-0, 53 players. I mean, that's still pretty decent. Like, to 6-0 2, like, you know, decent-ish sized events in a row. It's pretty good. So they're on 3 Poplar and 2 Original Sin, which I kind of think is going to have to be what you do moving forward in Master Duel as well. I always forget SP's at 2 in the OCG. Oh, that's funny. Oh, it's just that symbol. It's so good. I mean, this extra deck is like pretty much exactly what I'm playing in Master Duel right now, except I have a second princess and they have Heat Soul. So that makes sense. It was that third SP, right? That's what was getting people, was the third SP Little Knight. Nightingale in the extra deck is cute. I kind of like that. It is the second SP. I mean, the 2 SP is definitely not bad, but like I can't think of a deck where you'd ever play a third. Okay, let's see some more lists here for Snake Eye in particular. This one might be before... No, this one is still after the hits. Well, this is Fire King. Magician's Soul has become a standard addition in the main deck of many Snake Eye builds with even... Okay, some running Where Art Thou? Yeah. Chicken Game. Okay, yeah, this is what people have been talking about too. Chicken Game fills the empty slots left by Wanted becoming limited and Snake Eye Ash becoming semi-limited, effectively thinning the deck. Can be sent to the graveyard as cost for Diabell. That's pretty good. As cost for Snake Eye Ash. Oh, that's... Yeah. That's cool. So that's... Okay, that's why Chicken Game is good. It's not only a draw, but you can use it for the cost of, like, literally all your stuff. Okay. That makes a lot of sense, honestly. I get that. Okay, 601 finished... Finished... First, second? Okay. Oh, Typhone. Maybe someday soon. Rest of this extra deck looks pretty standard. Again, they have Diabell. Diabell Snake Eye, which is worth noting. Or Snake Eye Diabell. I don't know. This card seems like a pretty good extender. I don't think you, like, have to play it, but from what I've heard from TCG players, it seems like it's good. Like, I don't know. I think it's optimal, but you don't have to play it, kind of a deal, maybe. Oh, this build's only on 2 Popular. That's interesting. Still on 2 Original Sin. I think you definitely play 3 Popular, though. Yeah, there's the Magician's Souls. So it mentioned some even running Where Art Thou. But this build, notably, that won, or got second, I don't know, notably is not playing it. I don't think Magician Souls is bad at all, but I don't know about Where Art Thou. I think I would definitely just play Chicken Games first. I actually don't have Chicken Games. That's a UR, isn't it? Feels like a rely on the side build. I think this build is fine. I mean, I might not play Chase or... I might try the Trap. I've thought about trying the Trap card. I probably wouldn't play Chase, but... I mean, this is not dissimilar at all to, like, MD builds. The cash package, I was thinking about that too, actually. That's why I wanted to see if any of these, like, OCG builds were on it. It's kind of interesting that, like, none of them are. Alright, so it kind of, the way that was phrased, it kind of sounded like that was right after the hit, but let's keep going back and looking at this. Okay, no, this sounds like it's, the way this is worded, it sounds like it's the first one. Well, okay, so it happened in April, right? And this is... at the beginning of April. So, okay, so this would be the first one. It even says week number 0. You know, something not reading. We all know the joke. Those players increase Diabell to 3. Oh, interesting, okay. Oh, one of the Fire King cards got semi'd, okay. Triple attack, pros, makes sense. Okay. Alright, Snake Eye is the most impacted by the OCG April 2024 limit regulation. Wanted Seeker of Sinful Spoils to limited, Snake Eye Ash to semi-limited, or significant reduction of Snake Eye's consistency, as they are already running Diabell the Black Witch at 3. It's a pretty similar situation. Hey, look at this. Some players chose to run a small Cashier package in the main deck as seen in Master Duel. We made it! To play around effective Ailer and infinite permanents. Cashier Unicorn is special summoned, and its effect would add birth from deck to hand. Snake Eye Ash is the normal summoned. That's just like, I don't know if I've ever seen like a recorded instance of Master Duel influencing paper play. That's neat. I mean, I'm sure, I'm not saying that's the first time it's ever happened, but... That's good. Master Duel innovation, let's go, hell yeah. Whereas like Cast your Unicorn is a special summon, yep, add Birth, we know that part. Then you normal summon that. And if it gets negated, then it can be used with Unicorn to link summon IP Masquerena. Birth brings back Unicorn. Then go into Promethean Princess, bring back Snake Eye Ash. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody do that. Interesting. This effect could activate by sending itself in Birth to the graveyard, special summon Poplar from the deck. Yep, and then, yeah. Birth could also normal summon Diabell. If your opponent has no disruptions, Unicorn and Birth can be kept on the field. Unicorn effect could banish Little Knight or Promethean Princess from the extra deck. Magician's Soul's function as an extender for Snake Eye can be special summoned from the hand by sending Diabell. Diabell from the deck to the... Or sending Diabell from the deck to the graveyard. Magician's Souls can be used to link summon Celine. Because it's a spellcaster, yep. Oops. I am with 611, finished second. 64 participants. Okay, and this is a Cashier build. Oh, but they're only playing... Oh, because Unicorn's limited in the OCG. That's why they don't play it as much. I was going to say, they're also only on one Unicorn, no Fenrir. But that kind of makes sense if Unicorn's at 1. Yeah, okay, so Unicorn to 2 definitely makes that a lot more appealing. So, I guess there's a question right off the bat. Is Unicorn at 2 make it enough more worth it that we definitely play Kashtira, or do we still consider not playing Kashtira? We could always do multiple builds, too. It's not like we have to necessarily go one way or the other. I don't like Sunlight Wolf. Like, Heat Soul is fine. Like, I don't think Heat Soul is bad or anything. I can't necessarily say the same for Sunlight Wolf. It's not awful, but I'm not a fan of it, personally. Interesting that none of them are on Synchro builds at all, despite Baron being legal in this format and not in the TCG. But, I mean, that also kind of makes sense to me, too, honestly. Okay. Alright, well, now that we've taken a look at that, let's start throwing some stuff together here. Let's start by everything we, like, always play, right? That's probably the easiest way to start. I think we always play 3 Poplar. We're gonna do 2 Original Sin for sure. I'll do 2 Flamberge still. I'll throw a Birch in here. I think that might be more important post-ban list, too. And then Sinful cards. We already have the other ones. I'm gonna not put this in for the time being, but I'm not, like, opposed to trying this out. So how many starters is this off the bat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, that's not horrible still. 8 starters. Speaking of starters, there's 9. Oh, and Bonfire, of course. For 12. I mean, 12 one-card starters is... That's still, well, I mean, sometimes 1.5, but you know what I mean. 12 one-card starters / 1.5 is not horrible. That's definitely not horrible at all. You're still using Sprite Bestial Synchro? Hell yeah. Are you playing, like, Vision Resonator? That's another card where I'm like, I want to craft it and mess around with it, but I haven't done it yet. Let's see. Let's throw in some staples. Oh, you haven't tried it? Okay. Because I was thinking, if I was going to do Sprite Bestial Synchro, I'm not 100% sure that I would go Vision Resonator, but it's definitely probably where I would start exploring if I had them. Again, that's why I don't want to commit to crafting them just yet. Alright, and then these. I think we definitely play those. Okay, so this is pretty much the build we already have right now, except -1 Ash and -1 Wanted. So, if I were to put in the Kashtira package, right? I think it's more important than ever to stay at 40. We can take out Birch. I'm fine taking out a Veiler. A 2 Veiler? That's kind of a big ask. I don't like playing 1 triple tech. I think if you're gonna play this card, you should play 2. Thoughts on Bestials? Definitely not bad. But I don't know how relevant are they. Are they as relevant against the Fire King matchup as they are like pure Snake Eye? Because if they're not, then I could see them kind of falling off a bit. I guess we don't have to play Fenrir, but it's like Fenrir is just a good card. What's up, Elementian? It's not going too badly. We were just looking at some OCG builds and then labbing some stuff out here. See, this is also why I haven't been on the Castera package before, because whenever I tried to fit it in, I'd be stuck at this point, right? Except also with one more of these and one more of these. And 43 is like such a bigger hurdle than 41. Like here I don't know, it's probably either just be fine playing 41 or like cut one more Veiler, but that can't be right. That can't ever be right. Cut Fenrir is also an option. Go down to 1 Flamberge, I guess we could try that. I don't like that though. Not with also 1 Ash. I feel like with Ash at 1, the Fenrir becomes a little more important. Because sometimes, like, you can just kind of win off the back of your Castera package a very few select number of games, and Fenrir can definitely help you get there. Subversion, no. See, the thing about Subversion is, like, it's such an important tool. And moreover than being an important tool, it's just really good to have something else to search off of either of these cards. I've played without Subversion in the past, and I can't imagine going back. Oh, you gifted a sub, Alistair? Oh, it didn't, did I not see it up here? I didn't see it in the list. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Yeah, because I noticed earlier the bar was at 3 out of 10. But it didn't list yours up here. I'm sorry about that, but thank you very much. I super duper appreciate that. Oh, you got gifted a sub. Oh, I see. Okay, Original Sin to 1. Maybe. We can try it and just like see if we end up needing more starters. And then we can think about including it again. We could also bust out the probability calculator. Well, I guess it depends how much we... See, I never know whether to view this card as a starter or extender. I mean, it does start plays, but you need another card. But... So it's not really a starter by itself. But then again, there are so many cards you could have. You could even normal summon a hand trap. But it's not the best way to begin a turn. This build, to be fair, because we're playing the Cashier, this build actually does have more cards that are face up, which would make this a little bit better. I was gonna say we could also bust out the probability calculator and start like crunching some numbers and seeing how much it would actually improve consistency. Or I could just try it like this. I kind of want to just try it like this. Without, I can't imagine going without this card. This card wins me so many games. Oh my god, Triple Attack is insanely good. I don't even want to go down to 1, honestly. Like, again, I think if you're going to play this card, you should probably just be playing 2. 3 is probably too many, but... 41 or 40. I think I'll just stay with this, 40. Alright, let's fill out the extra deck here. Which won't be as difficult. It's generally going to be the same. I might try Nightmare Unicorn instead of Second Promethean. But I also feel like Nightmare Unicorn is going to be... Did I say Nightmare Unicorn? I mean the... No, I said Nightmare Unicorn. I'm talking about this one. Cashier Unicorn. They both begin with K and are unicorns. Cashier Unicorn, I feel like, is going to be even more popular in Snake Eye after the limit. Like, I'm definitely not the only person who's probably doing this, so... Maybe we just play 2 Promethean. What's up, Swixel? Don't ever royal bonfire set. Oh, believe me, I think about it too, but I just can't justify actually spending money trying to pull something like that in my head. Oh, yeah, there's for extra deck. Boom, 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 boom. What else is there? It's, what am I missing? Oh, not Whale. It's Raging Phoenix. That one. The other rank 4. And then there's one more. I mean, Whale's not bad, but I do think Raging Phoenix is better. No, it wasn't Anima. What was in the list? What was in the list I just played? Here, let me see. Let me see that extra deck again. No. Oh, no, not that one. Airly, that's what it was. I still want to try this out. That's right, we did summon it once. Alright. I think I like this as a starting point. We could also, of course, just decide we don't like the Cashier. We could also... So here's the thing. If we weren't playing Cashiers, that'd be 5 more slots, right? Then we would definitely play 3rd Veiler, 2nd Original, Birch, probably just Magician Souls, and then maybe another Hand Trap. I don't know, but another deck that I wanted to work on as well. Let's fill out the accessories for this. Another deck I definitely wanted to work on as well is Naturia Horus. Now that we are no longer going to be summoning Calamity. That one's probably going to be a pretty simple, like, just going to put in Blazar, but... No, not that one. We're on the gem field, right? Which is... Why can't I ever find this space? Here it is, it's right here. Alright. So let's start that one up. Good old nature. See, that's the thing, though. Like, there are so many games that you win without the Calamity Lock in that deck that I think it's definitely a valid deck without it. No, not that one. What does that one do? Oh, bad. Okay. We do want a Sunflower. I'll take you two. And of course, by one of each rarity Sacred Trees. And that's all the Naturia stuff. I might even just start with this build on ladder, honestly, if we do some testing. Okay, yeah, that's all that. Something like that. Is that what our last build looked like? Probably. I could cut like this, and then play another Veiler. Because this deck doesn't really lose to Veiler, does it? Not especially. Oh, of course, the Crimson Dragon Search card. Yeah, that's what it was. Although we could actually... Hang on. Let's cut this instead. And then... Rumble. Of course. Synchro Rumble! Do you not run Gamma? I wasn't in my last build, but it's definitely not a bad idea. Because of like King Sarcophagus and stuff. That's actually not a bad idea at all. We could take out Veiler. We can think about not playing the Black Flame Deity, although I will say I don't think this card is bad. But because here's the thing, right? Like, I think we do just play 3 of the Field Spell and 3 of the King's Arc, because getting to the horse stuff is, like, so important in this deck. If we play Gamma, we could also just go over 40, like, to not open Driver. Although, actually, opening Driver isn't horrible with King's Arc. We can just pitch it. But I also... I don't know, if we're playing... Well, that's the thing, right? Because I want to open horse stuff as much as possible, but I don't want to open Driver or Synchro Rumble. I think this is still fine. Like, something like this. Yeah, I think I do want to try Gamma in this deck, though. I don't play Gamma in a lot of decks, but... I feel like this is... Also, the Mole Cricket tributes itself. So that's another instance in which you'll be activating stuff without having any monster effects on the field. Yeah, I can definitely see Gamma being pretty nice with the horror stuff. Yeah, let's definitely give it a shot. Alright, so for the extra deck, I'll play Gamma. I'll put Omega in, and because somebody else said Excel as well. But Excel. See, that's the thing. I don't hate Excel going into a 10, but that's like kind of our only way of making a 10. Well, is it 4 plus... Yeah, it kind of is. Well, I guess 4 plus 6. There's that too. But again, that requires Gamma to have resolved. I think... We could definitely play Omega. Well, okay, what else goes in this extra deck? The Synchro 12s? Let's see. Of course, that one. I'll put both of these in, but we don't necessarily have to play both. If I'm only going to play one or the other, I think you probably just play the Musarao. Red Nova is another 12 you could potentially go into. Once per turn, when an opponent's monster effect is activated, or an opponent's monster declares an attack quick effect, you can activate this effect, banish this card, and also banish all cards your opponent controls. That's not a bad card to, like, put... Oh, and then, hang on. We, of course, are going to be playing Blazar. But we could also play Supernova, and you could, like, summon... You could summon Blazar during your turn 1, and then summon Supernova during your opponent's turn. Because you can, like, it's not hard to go into, like, you do Crimson Dragon, right? And then you can just make the Crimson Dragon again, and then doing it again on your opponent's turn. Train King. This card is not bad. I mean, I laugh, but this... I mean, it's Super Heavy Samurai you do this. This card is not bad by any means. Discard up to 2 cards and target that many cards your opponent controls, destroy them. That's not a quick effect, but it's still pretty good. Also, the burn effect can also be very relevant. Also, 4800 defense, and being able to battle with it. Why not just Calamity until it's banned? Because we are specifically making post-ban list builds. And also, like, I don't know. I kind of feel like we're already at Master 1, so I kind of feel like what's the point of playing old ban list once we know what the new one is? Like, it's not enforced on us yet, certainly, but, like, we might as well just start getting ready, right? Let's see. So we can think about Supernova. That'd be another UR to make. But I'm not opposed to the idea. What else is in this extra deck? Hang on a sec. Oh, hey, I just look at this and I can find it. We go boom. Decks. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, of course we play a bunch of rank 8s. I don't think I'm going to play Giant Trainer again. Hey, it's okay, listen. You're in good company as far as not reading goes. We actually were just reading an article earlier that we did not read the title to earlier. So again, you are in very good company. Oh, that's good. Listen, this game isn't about reading. It's about summoning big dragons. We all know this to be true, right? They might as well have this zoom in feature be the only part of Master Duel, because as far as I'm concerned, this is all I care about. This stuff, fuck it. This is what I care. This is what I'm here for. So, all right. What else are we gonna play? Let's start putting in the rank 8s. Like I said, I don't want to play Giant Trainer again, because I never summoned it. I think it's super win more. I don't know, it's not super win more. Draw 3, burn 2400 is not bad, but it's not something you're ever going to do on turn 1. And you can't use your battle phase at all during the same turn you activate that effect, so it's like, you know. It's a very niche card, I feel, in this particular deck. Again, it's not a bad card. There's just not a lot of situations in which you really want to do this, right? Especially because if you do this on turn 1, then that's 3 of your horse monsters, and you can't do Crimson Dragon stuff because you won't have enough 8s. I think we always play these, and of course, Zeus. VXCs, that's protection. Which one? I know which card is that? I know which one you're talking about. Is it this one? This is not a bad rank 8. I've thought about playing, like trying this out in builds before. Oh, you know what? In the viewer special too, this is more, I think, better for like tier limit, but somebody who submitted a replay for that video was playing this rank 8 in Horus tier limit, which can negate effects that target a card in the hand, field, or not hand, right? No, sorry, field, graveyard, or banished. So being able to negate effects that target your fusers in the graveyard, I think is really cool. Yeah, Batman Tyler, hell yeah. Were you the one who submitted that? I'm trying to remember. But yeah, it's a cool card. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. That one, again, maybe not for Naturia, but I am not at all opposed to trying this in Horus tier limit. We could throw that together at some point, but I think I still want to also throw together builds with, like, obviously we won't be able to playtest builds with like 3 Rite of Armistier on ladder right now, but I still want to put those lists together, even if we can't play them right away. But I love this. See, this is why I really like engines like Horus and Sprite, and honestly Crimson Dragon too, like, because it gives you a good opportunity to just look at a group of cards. Like, I like looking at every rank 8 and seeing what's good, right? Same with how we were looking at Synchro 12s earlier. Because all these have, like, really big, bombastic effects. This one's just a regular Omni, right? Yeah. I remember when Quasar very first came out, and it was, like, a big deal that it had an Omni. Because this was at a point in time in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where an Omni negate was, like, not a very common effect. And, I mean, as you can see, it took being on a big, at the time, kind of difficult, well, not difficult, but, like, you'd have to go out of your way to play a deck that was going to make Quasar. I mean, that's still true today. Back in my day, Waves Kane, we didn't have your Baron de Fleurs generic level 10 synchro with an Omni. You had to synchro and then synchro again to get an Omni negate. Zolkin's cute, but not what this deck wants. Can't be sure my card effects. Okay, that's not really gonna do anything for us. Supernova, again, I think this is probably one of the next best candidates. Well, what other cards were we playing in the extra? Oh, just like a small link package. Oh, Zombie Vamp. Zombie Vamp is actually... Hang on. I'm still under level 12 synchros. It might not look like it, but Zombie Vamp is actually really good in this deck. And really good at extending plays, because it lets you mill... Sometimes you mill Sacred Tree, sometimes you mill like an Atria card and you open to Blessing, and it's just like enough to go into plays. Yeah, Baron has 3 very relevant effects for each Derek 10. And again, if you wanted an Omni, you know, back in this time period, you had to go through all these hoops to get... I mean, I guess this card multi-attacks, too. And floated. I mean, yeah, I guess... But again, this is like so many more hoops to jump through than making a Baron, right? I think we do definitely play a Link package here. I never really made the Link Rebo. I think, what, Mole Crickets are only level 1 and, like... I guess, I don't know, there are times when you would link this up. Well, yeah, because then making the SP with the Link Rebo... I think I actually did do that once, so... Blazar and Red Supernova. I guess that is probably the way to go with this deck moving forward. Alright. Let's throw some accessories on that one. Actually, are there any other sleeves I want to be using right now? Not really. These are kind of like my new favorite sleeves, honestly. They look really, really good. I like the gemstone fields still. I'll do you, and you, and you. Yeah, but I think that even with Calamity banned, like, this deck is still... like upper rogue, maybe lower tier 3. I don't know, like, yeah, obviously it's a little bit weaker if it's not Calamity locking, but again, there are a lot of games where this deck wins without even needing to do the Calamity lock or having it disrupted. I think its strength is more the flexibility of all the different engines. I mean, it plays 2 engines, but you can play just Horus stuff and win games. You can play just Naturia stuff and win games. And again, even if it's not a Calamity, having an Omni and a Banish board wipe is definitely still pretty intimidating. So, Calamity always felt win more in a sense. It kind of did, didn't it? Like, obviously it's better than Blazar in that, yeah, you would rather negate every effect that activates on the field for the whole turn than just one of any effect. But if you have multiple disruptions in one of which is an Omni, generally speaking, if you use them well, you're probably just going to win. Speaking of decks with Calamity, there is actually another one that I had in mind as well that I was thinking about today. And that's our good old friends TG. This is the other really fun Synchro Spam deck that I would play that just kind of ends in a Calamity lock. But this one's going to be pretty much the same. I think it'll just, we'll have the Blazar instead. TG, we all clear. That's good. Ooh, now, I feel like with Snake Eye Ash and Wanted at 1, that kind of justifies the Snake Eye TG build a little bit more, doesn't it? Because you only ever played 1 Ash in that build anyway. So maybe we just build Snake Eye TG again. Actually does not play the limiter removal. We do play an all clear in a Screw Serpent. No, I think it's just one of those and one of those. The thing that is a little bit awkward about this deck, though, is of course the fact that you devote so much of your extra deck. And then it's the Crimson. And then in our case, the Blazar. I know, right? World Chalice Ib win. Oh, and we're missing a TG monster. We're missing, or no, we're missing the counter trap on a monster. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, really though. I want to cook with that card. The do you play? Yeah, you play 2 Poplar in this build. Well, you would definitely. Well, you'd probably play 3, honestly. You play Subversion, yeah. We'll start with that. Ib. That was the card's name. I was trying to remember her name. Well, I'm not going to get just that. Hang on. I could have just typed in World Chalice as well. And then... Forbidden. Yeah, this card. Oh, I really, really want this card to get unbanned, because I think it's unbanned in both TCG and OCG, right? I want to cook with this card. It seems really cool. And TG is definitely one of the archetypes you can potentially cook with, because if TG is good at nothing else, it's really, really good at making level 5 synchro monsters. And Ib's a pretty darn good level 5 synchro monster. It's a tuner, and it not only searches upon summon, but also floats upon being sent to graveyard. Just all around, beautiful card. I want her to do Orcus stuff. Orcus. Always up there on my 2 craft lists, but there's always something else, it feels like. Alright, so... Oh yeah, Sinful. Put the Sinful cards in. Alright, and then let's put in some hand traps. Triple tags. I want those. I'll play 1 for 1 in this deck for sure. Imp is the only thing keeping Generator from Rogue playable. I feel like there are like so many cards that boost Generator. Every other set or ban list, it feels like, you know, so and it'll always be like some random like other archetypes card, but it's like, this card's actually cracked for Generator. And I've gotten to the point, because I still don't know really that much about Generator, I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, sure, why not? It's good. I think Generator's a really cool deck. You have a few Generator freaks. That's good. That's good. Like I said though, Generator's an extremely cool deck. I understand the fixation for sure. That is the thing I remember about TG. Even if you play this deck pure, you can just play so many hand traps because you need so little main deck commitment for the TG part of the deck. Now, the extra deck is obviously a different story. But yeah, for the main deck, it's a very little or very low commitment. I think it's a 5-card engine. So this one, we're obviously not playing Kashtira's. I guess we could play more pure Snake Eye kind of stuff. What would that be? That'd be like, would we play Birch in this deck? Actually, I think we might play Birch in this deck. Hang on. Does Birch let us go into plays if we... Because this is generic, yeah. So if you special... Yeah. If you... Normal Rocket Salamander, you can special Birch. Salamander F for Grub, Sink into Mighty Striker. That's plays. Yeah, we definitely play Birch. Okay. Wow, so Birch actually is not bad to open with. I mean, it's 2 1-ofs, but... Because there are some times with this particular variant where you open your 1-of Rocket Salamander and it might be a little awkward. Oh, Bonfire. How could we forget Bonfire? How do I always forget Bonfire? Oh, and then, yeah, the rest of this. Big Bow, IP, SP, Princess, Raging Phoenix, I've foregone the way of the Generator. I am no longer a Generator freak. What Link monster am I forgetting that you like need to do plays? Did I put in Temple? Yeah, Temple's right here. Okay. Oak is here, right? Yep. All right. Hang on. Let me look at this extra deck real quick. Hita? Probably just Hita. Yeah, we'll just play Hita. Hex joining the Generator side win. Everyone wants me to play their rogue deck that I'm not already playing. But, again, I think it's a really cool deck. I'm not opposed to it. It's just one of, like, it's the thing about Master Duel that I think is both a pro and a con, is that every deck, no matter how good or bad, has, like, a UR commitment. That's good because it stops literally every card in any meta deck ever from being just literally all URs. Well, for the most part. But the thing that sucks about it is that you have to commit URs even if you want to play, like... And that's the thing, too, is, like, it's one of those decks where, like, it looks cool, but I could very easily try it and not be into it, and then I'd be kind of bummed I dumped URs into it, you know? So it's like... Would you play Vanquish Soul if it got a secret pack? That is one I think I would be very much on board for. Like, that one I would be much less hesitant to try out, for sure. Yes, I am eagerly awaiting a Vanquish Soul secret pack. Eagerly awaiting. Especially because there's so many that you need 3 of. It's like there's so few... I guess it depends what it's paired with, right? But in theory, there are so few bad pulls from that secret pack if you want that deck. But yeah, that's mostly my thing, is like, and why I don't play every single deck I kind of want to try. It's like, if I only kind of want to try it, then, again, I'm a little hesitant just because I might not be super into it. Well, it's not even that I'm worried about, like, not being into it at all, because it can also just be a case where I like the deck, but because there's so many different decks to play, especially for, like, the channel and stuff, I just end up playing it, like, you know, a couple of days a season to get one deck profile for it, and then don't cover it again until next month. That already happens with a lot of decks I like. This is actually one of them. I love TG. TG is a phenomenally fun deck, but I just don't have as much time as I would like to commit to playing it. I mean, not that I would... I mean, that's the thing, too. I've always bounced around between decks pretty much every game I've ever played, right? So... Next, Punk Armor. We can do Punk Armor next. Is that actually affected by the ban list? No. Do I want to build it anyway? Yes. Alright, let's build Punk Armor. Because that deck is cool. Ah, that deck is really... That's another one. That's another one, actually. I haven't gone back to it. Really? Oh, God. No, I want to test out a post-ban list deck, but I also want to play this deck again. I love Punk. I love Punk decks. Punk is second. I think Punk is only second to Sprite for my favorite archetype. Just like, especially the art is so good looking. Well, of course, let's show... In my opinion, this is just the best art in Yu-Gi-Oh! And honestly, the Master Duel version here is very pixelated and does not do it justice, but this to me is just, I think, the best art that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has. This is my favorite piece. Sprite, we'll definitely throw together a Sprite list here. Right after this one. Or some kind of adventure deck, or both. But, yeah, Punk Armor Xyz. I want to play Horus in it again. I don't even know if that's optimal to play all 3 of those engines in the same deck, but it was a lot of fun. Alright, so let's start with 3 of those. You could go down to 2 Ogre Dance, but... It's also cool to me that this build only has 3 Synchro Monsters in it. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I never thought I'd have so much fun playing, like, non-Synchro Monsters in a normally Synchro deck. If I just type Xyz, yeah, I'll get all manner of stuff. What if I type Xyz Armor? There we go. Okay, that's all that. Pap? Oh yeah, we're playing Pap. That's our 3rd Synchro. Sometimes I forget the, not that one. Sometimes I forget the honorary Punk cards. Psychic and Punisher and E-Telly. They don't have Punk in their name, but they might as well. Actually, they'd be a lot more broken if they had Punk in their name, because they'd be searchable, but... Alright, Horus. Actually, we can just do... Actually, don't both of those cards have Galaxy in their name? They sure do. I don't know if I'm going to play all these just yet, but I'll just dump them in here. Oh, I was playing all those. Interesting. Okay. IP, SP, and... what else am I forgetting? Oh, I played 2 SP, I see. I might switch this up a little bit, but I'll stick with that for now. What is it? Yeah, what is the new... hang on, let me see what the new Fire King Brigade does, because I've heard people say it's good, but I read it at one point, I just don't remember what it does. I thought I was trying to remember if I read it out loud for a video, but I no longer talk about rumored card releases on the channel anymore. Ever since I started topping Challenger Cups, I just, I really don't want to get banned now. Garunix Eternity, Hyang of the Fire Kings, rank 8 Pyro. Here, let me put it on the screen. 2+, so you can actually do more than 2. This card exceeds somebody, you can destroy all other monsters on the field. Wow, that's immediately really good. Yeah, very, very much so. You can detach one material from this card, target a spell trap on the field, destroy it if you do. Yeah, wow, that's definitely just going to get played in Horus decks. Absolutely, yeah, that's very good. This card is destroyed while it has a material. You can special summon Fire King monsters. Oh, it's soul charges. Okay. Wait, this card is destroyed while it has a material. Well, that's cool. It's not even... of course, well, yeah, of course not even by your opponent. Because this is what Fire King does. It blows up all their own stuff, right? Dark Hole plus a spell trap pop. That's pretty good for a rank 8, honestly. Yeah, we definitely play that when it comes out, for sure. Oh yeah, we're ready. Hand traps. We don't necessarily need call by. Just do 2 imperms. I really like this deck. I think this deck is really cool. I don't think I forgot anything. Right? I have the field spell and the trap. Do I need this much of a punk package? I mean, a Horus package? I could scale it back a little bit and play more hand traps. That sounds good. Let's do that. I always misspell this card. It's because it's I after E, except not for this card. Not for this word, apparently. Oh, Ghost Ogre. Yeah. Yes, definitely. I think I'd actually rather go 2 and 2 than 1 and 3 on these. Good call on the Ghost Ogre. Almost forgot. Crossout, I mean, that's actually, if we're playing Valor and Imperm now, then I would actually be willing to go. That's actually, yeah. Now we have enough stuff that's worth crossing out. This is kind of like, and again, not even just for crossout. Like, even if I wasn't on crossout, I kind of like splitting 1 Valor, 2 Imperm instead of doing 3 Imperm. Because the Valor is often better to draw off of Maxi than the Imperm is. But Imperm is, like, generally, I think, a little bit better than Valor. It's interesting. I feel like, God, there's, like, so many... It's so deck-dependent, too. What's up, Sea Blizzard 44 at that Prime resub? Thank you so very much. That is super duper appreciated. 2 months. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. All right. Yeah, this looks pretty good to me. We don't have to play 2 Deer Note, but I do like 2 Deer Note. I like 2 Deer Note if you're playing like all of the Punk tuners, right? If you're playing like a slimmed down Punk engine, then yeah, only 1. But if you're playing a bunch of Punk cards, I like 2 Deer Note. Thank you for all the great videos. Thank you so much. That's super kind. What's up? Working on a Horus deck? What's up, the Ghost Roxas? Roxas is my favorite Kingdom Hearts character. We're working on just a bunch of lists right now. We're doing a bunch of we're doing a bunch of decks that were affected by the ban list, but then Toad said, let's do Punk, and I was like, I like Punk. We'll build Punk, even though that deck wasn't actually affected by the ban list. Also, did I remember to put in... I put in all the Armor Exceeds cards, right? Yes, okay, I did. Good. And the spell? You don't have to play the spell, but I actually like it. The reason I like playing the spell isn't even because it's good to activate. I mean, it's actually fine on, like, turn 2. It's like a conditional subversion. It, like, attaches a monster. It ends up by, you know, the effect of Dark Knight Lancer getting a monster attached to it, which that effect actually doesn't target, which is pretty cool. But the main reason, honestly, I play Armored Exceed is to be able to add 2 cards off of Fortress, and honestly, just pitching the Armored Exceeds off the King's Sark. Like, that's usually just what I do with it. But still very good. I think it's good. Become the worst influencer. You know what was affected by the ban list? Plunder Patrol. Was it? Oh, because if you play Adventurer, you got another Rite of Armistier. Hell yeah. Oh, we could do Phantom Knight. That's another deck that plays Adventure. I kind of want to do Sprite next. We will probably be dueling at some point here too, but I like deck building and just hanging out. I don't do these kinds of streams often enough. You and you. Immediately thought of you when I saw Jenna too. That's good. So Jetta 2 is phenomenal. It's great. It is a step in the right direction. It doesn't really like hugely affect current sprite builds, but one of these days we'll get Beaver back to 3, and then Pure Sprite is back in business. But let's start with Twin Sprite. I had a lot of fun playing that Loner, too. It'll be nice to play an actual build after the Loner again. Consistency, you don't get boned from Bestial. No, it super matters. Like, Jet to 2 is very, very good. And it definitely does matter quite a bit. For sure. I'm just looking, I'm just really hoping we see more Unlimits in the near future. I'll play a secret password. Okay, here, I was looking for the glossy versions of these. I'll play you as well. And then the Sunny Snitches. Those are going to be up here. And I think that's all the twin stuff we play. Free Merly? No. No, not that one. We can't, that's too much. That is too much. You would need to ban Kikalos, unfortunately. Like those, I don't think those cards can coexist. No GGEZ. No, not quite looking to BM that much. Okay, semi-limit have this. I think semi-limiting, well, I think Soliak could go back to 2, or probably 3. 3's probably too much. I think Soliak could go back to 2. That would be fine. I think that's probably the like, even 3 feels like it might be too much, though. And I'm thinking about the other tier cards that are limited, and I'm like, Tier Cash? No, I think that at 2 might actually be a little bit too good. We need names. You really don't. Tier Limit is definitely fun. I think Tier Limit is like the 3rd most played deck right now. Let's take a look at, let's see what Untapped says. I'll even filter by Diamond and Master. Okay, Snake Eye's popularity is 22. Rescue Ace is 10. Tier Limits is 11.6. It's the second most played deck. It's already the second most played deck right now. Like, tier limit is definitely fine. Rookie numbers. Currently playing tier and Master 1 because it's fun. Hell yeah, tier is a great deck. Horse cards are pretty consistently seeing just under 50% play. That's been the case like since they came out. I think it's interesting that that number has stayed pretty consistent. I still don't know if Horus tier is actually the optimal way to play the deck in MD, and I still kind of suspect it's not. But I definitely don't think it's... Tier Limit is definitely one of those decks, like, I think more so than any other in Master Duel probably right now, where, like, the pure build is with, like, Winda is probably just the most optimal way to play the deck, but you could play this deck any number of ways, and it's, like, barely not as good as the optimal version. Like, the difference is very, very minuscule. Yeah, tier is the second, according to Untapped stats, in Diamond and Master rank. So even in upper ranked ladder, tier is still the second most played deck in Master Duel behind Snake Eyes. So I don't think tier limit is in a bad spot. I will say, for being as popular as it is, the win rate is like a little bit lower than I would expect, but still not horrible, of course. Interesting. Snake Eye is... But, I mean, compare that to Snake Eye. Like, it's kind of mind-blowing that Snake Eye can have, like, by far... Because here's the thing, right? The higher a deck's popularity rating is, in theory, the lower its overall win rate will go over time. Because if more people are playing a deck, that means more non-experts are playing it, and more people are misplaying it more often than a deck like Manadium, which has a pretty comparable win rate, but as you can see, a much, much, much lower popularity rating. And that's because, like, the reason the win rate is so high is because the people who are still on Manadium are, like, experts, right? And they are able to pilot the deck to such a level to give it that high of a win rate. But so for Snake Eye, which is played by so many people who like are not necessarily experts in the deck, to still have a full 1% higher win rate is actually ridiculous. Like how good Snake Eye is right now. That'll very much change when Ashen Wanted go to 1. Well, not very much. I think Snake Eye will still be a tier 1 deck. There's a decent shot it'll probably still just be the best deck, but I think that power gap is going to close by quite a bit. Pearly doing pretty good? Yeah, Pearly's doing great. And I don't even think it's on the Ghost Trick package most of the time. Yeah, look at that, 12%. I guess 21 for some of the more commonly played Ghost Trick cards, but still, that's not a lot. We'll get through together a Pearly list. It's been a minute since I've played Pearly. Snake Eye, I imagine, is more in the 60%. No, it's at 50. It's at 57%. It's right here. Yeah, Pearly does not need any more hits, honestly. In fact, Pearly could probably come back to... Well, I mean, yeah, I could come back to 3. It wouldn't be that big of a deal at all. Probably not. Probably not. It might be more of a bigger deal rather than it might seem at first, but... Alright, now, sorry, I'm just going to look at some untapped stats real quick. This is another thing I do when I deck build or sometimes just in my free time. Oh, wow, that's actually pretty high for Gachiri. That's also higher than I expected EMP to be. I don't know if I understand EMP and MathMech, though. What is the link to that's going to the graveyard? Oh, you mean as an actual win rate for people who are fluent? Well, I wonder... What does this look like if we do that? That's still 57.3. But I wonder, is there a way... Hang on, if I finagle something, I might be able to, like, show... Okay, here, let me actually do it this way. Let me go to tier lists, click on Snake Eye, view the decks. I was gonna say, can we look at... And we actually can look at more experienced builds if we just turn up the minimum game count. Like, what if we cranked it up to 100 and sort by win rate? Oh my god, 64% win rate over 340 games? That's wild. They're on Gamma, which is pretty interesting. They're playing the Cashiera package. They're playing Silvera. That's an insanely good win rate. For that number, that volume of games, to have that high of a win rate, that's really good. That's also in Diamond and Master, specifically. So that's not bad at all. So this is actually pretty interesting because they're playing Cashieras, but also still Synchros. Can I check the win rate of somebody who played over 1,000? I can sort by game count. Oh, this person played 800. Well, oh my god, actually... Okay, so just by sheer volume alone, to have played 800 games, and so that's insanity. That's so many. What the hell? So this person's on pure... Oh shit, this looks like my build. This looks... Oh no, they're on Too Popular. I was gonna say, this looks like the build we were just playing. It's not that different, though. I think the only difference from this and the build we played last time we streamed is that this person is playing a second nib. Oh, no, well, they're on Synchros. We were on all links last time. Never mind. But this is probably... with the exception of the Synchros, it's about the same. They just play a second nib instead of a third Poplar, which is interesting. Oh, they're on Elf, too, for the Synchro stuff. Okay. Yeah, 800 games. What is the math on that? Well, if you assume the average Master Duel game is like... We can even round up and say like 10 minutes. God, that's an insane amount of hours. What the hell? Oh my god. Is this a 49 card main deck? This is a 49 card main deck? Yeah, I did not notice that at first. Wow, that's a lot. But see, that's the thing. That's what I was saying. When you have to squeeze in the Cashieras on top of, like, you know, this is before the Ash, obviously, and Wanted limits. Like, you very often have to go over 40. That's well over 40, though. Holy cow. This is a person who played 1,100 games. Oh, no, hang on. Okay, so if I do it by all... Oh, here they are. Okay. But what rank were they? They started Plat? Ah, 1,100 games from... So they went from Gold... Oh, but look at this. Look at this, though. Look at this. Yeah, they played 1,100 games, but it was all in Gold and Platinum. Because as soon as you filter by Diamond, they're not there anymore. So, like... Yeah, that's a lot of games, but it's definitely at lower ranks, right? That's why I usually just stick to Diamond and Master. That's interesting. What does this build look like? Is it not the same person? I don't think it is, right? Oh, no, it is the same person. No, you're right. I see what's happening. Okay, I just misread that. Okay, so they played 1,200 games. Oh, shit, did they start in... Did they just start a new account? They must have just started a new account. Because they're represented in all the ranks. Okay. Oh, so, but I mean, still, that was that same deck we were looking at, right? Yeah, okay. Gotcha. I see what's happening here. That is crazy. That's wild. 1,200 games. Surprising they spent so... Yeah, they did actually spend a lot of time in each rank, didn't they? Because, like... That's 300 games. That's 300 more games when you include Platinum. How do you... That's wild. Okay. Alright. I wasn't even... Wow, I got way distracted here. What were we doing? Oh, yeah, we're building Sprite. I get so lost looking at stats like that. It just fascinates me. Oh. I'll have to do this. Alright. Let's craft a Royal Jet. Ready? Dang. Oh. Have I not opened the Sprite secret pack yet? I guess not. How did I... Alright, sure. Ooh. Alright, we might have a little bit of something here. Now. Does Untapped account for the deck changing over time? They might not have changed it. It does, though. It makes new iterations if you change the deck. So I guess they didn't change the deck because it kept track of it over time, right? I think it might not change it if you do, like, one card difference. Because I think I've seen that in my own stats, where I swap, like, one... I think I had an instance where I swapped out, like, a Veiler in for something, and it didn't change my deck stats, but I have done it where, like, when I took out the Drolls and put in... When I took out 2 Droll and put in Veiler and 3rd Poplar, it did generate a new deck for me there, I think, so... It might just look for more than one card difference. How do you always have loads of UR and SR? Don't you make all the new decks? I don't make every single new deck. I mean, I also spend, like, I don't really spend that much. I will say, as far as, like, buying gems go, I've never... I actually think I still have some of the welcome ones still available here. Yeah, I still haven't bought 2 of these yet. But I have never... Let me say this about gems. I've never bought gems that were not at a discounted rate. I've never, ever bought in any of these packs. I do not think the rate is worth it. Like, if you actually convert how many gems you get to the money you spend, it's so not worth it to me. But I don't even buy every single time the discounts come up. It's actually, like, kind of rare. There was a point where I went a year and a half without spending any money at all. I guess the main thing that I do is, like, I try to really watch for what decks I think are going to be either super meta relevant or ones that I know I'm going to like, and I just hang on to those, right? Self-control. I also do play a lot, to be fair. Yes, I do also... I grind out every single event. I don't get to Master 1 every single season, but I get to at least Master 3 or 4 sometimes, I guess. But I guess the gems from that as well. But you definitely, yeah, you don't need to spend money, that's for sure. Oh no, we already put in all the Sprite cards we want? No, Game Up Burst. I'll put that in too. Yeah, exactly. Dailies, festivals, and ranked rewards amount to, like, generally, yeah, somewhere between 7 and 8K per month. Which is, like, yeah, that's a very good amount, of course. Well, the other thing, too, is that, like, I've also been playing, like, consistently since the game launched. So, whereas some people, like, jump in later and still need to get, like, staples and stuff, I've had staples for, like, ever. And so I'm at a point where I generally don't need anything that isn't already out. So now, especially, I can just take that 7 to 8K that's free every single month and just put that all into the new pack. And that's enough for me to, like, pull everything I need, dismantle extra stuff, craft the extra stuff I didn't pull, and then still end up about the same, like, craft material count. So that's the other thing, too. Is, again, not only do I play, not only do I no life this game, I've no lifed it since, like, literally since it came out. So started a year ago, and I'm already at a point where I've at least taken. Yeah, it doesn't take too long to get there. The game is still extremely generous with, like, the welcome gems and stuff, unless you're building a deck like Hero. That'll eat, like, all of your welcome gems just to finish it, but, no, generally speaking, like, if you quote-unquote know what you're doing, then when you start, after you've done all of the solo gates and entry missions for Master Duel, you should have enough gems for, like, 2, maybe even 3 meta decks, depending, and by meta, I mean, like, upper rogue at least to tier 1, depending on what decks they are, of course, and how many URs they take. But generally speaking, Again, unless you build, like, Hero. Like I did for my alt account, and then that's, like, all you have the gems for, but... oh yeah, let's play imperms, let's play these. Attacks. Failures. That looks good to me. Let's play IP and SP, and this is twins, so we'll probably still play Nightmare Unicorn and Underworld Goddess. Unless, oh, you know what? I want to play Almirage in this deck because of, oh, Meow Maid, or Meownade, Meow Mine, that one. Meow, meow, meow. No, we're gonna play this card. What am I gonna take out? We can take out this. Just pick those out. Yes, Almirage, you want to play Meow Mine for that. For sure. Oh, and Nightmare Griffin. I knew there was something I was forgetting. Boop. I always forget I have this Royal Ibleed. Very pretty. Very pretty. Biggest Cybers pile? I actually was thinking about Cyber Sprite. Because I saw, I really wanted to feature it for the viewer special. Actually, I can't remember why I didn't. But, well, there's just a lot of really good submissions last week. But somebody submitted a game with Cyber Sprite. And they were using Iblee with Meow. They were using Iblee and Meow Mine with the Cyber's Gadget. Nope, that's not how you spell gadget. Thank you for the follow, Game Blade Room. Welcome to the stream. I hope you are doing well. And I'm like, that's cool. Because my initial idea was like to also include some sound migrate stuff, but you don't need to do that for sure. I kind of want to throw that together too, actually. Why are there banned Nightmare cards? Oh! If you want to see some banned Nightmare cards, let's take a look at those, actually, because this will be a fun little history lesson. Because the ones that are banned are... Wait, huh? Oh, no, they already show up because I'm in Unlimited. Yeah, here we go. The ones that are banned are really, 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 really dumb. Alright, so Nightmare used to have a Link 1, Nightmare Mermaid. It's for any Nightmare monster. If this card is Link summoned, you can discard one card. Special summon one Nightmare monster from your deck, then if it was co-linked, you can draw a card. So, you can convert any Nightmare to always getting Iblee onto the field. So, that's pretty stupid. But Nightmare Goblin was arguably even more stupid. So, this was, or maybe even just as stupid. This was another generic Link 2, right? So, two monsters, different names. This card is Link summoned during your turn. You can discard one card. This card is co-linked. You can draw one card. Also, during your main phase's turn, you can normal summon one monster from your hand to your zone that this card points to, in addition to your normal summon or set. Neither player can target co-linked monsters you control with card effects. So, Sprite Elf, but more generic, and instead of a Graveyard Revive, it gives you an extra normal summon. So, that's why there's banned Nightmare cards. Who knew the green Mekk-Knight monster has such hidden power? Yeah, really though. Yeah, those are the two banned Nightmare cards. Oh yeah, this one also does the attack drop as well, which is not irrelevant. I've never actually played with those legal, but I do know of their existence. Oh, we also need more rank 2s in here. We don't need to play 2 Leela. I would like to at least play Downard Zeus. Ooh. Might have to cut either Almirage or Nightmare Griffin. Let's cut Almirage. We can also cut Nightmare Unicorn, actually. Well, we can also think about Goddess. Here, hang on a sec. I actually kind of need to rework this a little bit. So, yeah, because we always play Downard Zeus. I think we can put Almirage and Goddess back in. Card Dragons were in that format. Yeah. The Bug rank 2. The Bug one. I know there was the Link Cross. Link Cross is another really stupid Link, too. Oh, sorry, this is a Link 1. It's even dumber. Yeah, so you use any Link 2 or higher Link monster to summon this thing, and then you just get tokens equal to the linked off monster's Link rating. It's literally just Link climbing the card. Like, that's what a lot of Cyberse Link monsters are, to be fair. But this one is especially stupid. Summon How can make Link Cross? Exactly. Exactly. I thought all the nightmares were balanced. No, a lot of them are. Like, I will say, the nightmares that are still legal are all pretty well balanced. But overall, as an archetype, not as much. Not as much. Let's do Gigantic and these two. Alright. Give us some Nightmare League 5, you cowards. But they already used all 7 colors of the rainbow. I guess they could make a Link 5 that's all rainbowy. They're a nightmare. Okay, what deck? Let's make an adventure deck next. We could do like PK or something. Or Adventure Sprite. Oh, we gotta switch to Unlimited. Oh, we gotta put together a Sky Striker list too, don't we? 3 Rite of Armistier. I think this is the... Okay. Have they ever undone a pre-hit in Master Duel before? I was thinking about this. I mentioned that, I think, when I recorded the video, and I forgot to do research on it later. I don't know if they have. This might be the first time, because Rite of Armistier, when it came out in Master Duel, came in at 2. Like, this card, historically, has always been semi-limited. Always. Like, again, ever since the pack first came out. But this might be the first time where they've lifted a pre-hit to a card coming into the game. I hope they don't ban Griffin. Yeah, I hope they don't ban the Griffin Rider either. I don't think they will. They haven't done it in the OCG. I don't think it needs it either. They have the tier limits were pre-hit. Right, but the tier limits didn't then go to more copies than they were pre-hit at. They all came in at 2, and yeah, Shiren is still at 2. Oh, no, they did... Oh, I thought... No, you're right. I thought Griffin Rider was banned in TCG. No, I think it's banned in OCG. I don't know why Griffin Rider is banned in the OCG. I guess I just thought it was too good. Is it easier to summon? I mean, not especially. It's the same engine. It's not like they have any adventure cards we don't. Yeah, we'll just start with Phantom Knight. Is that the best adventure deck? Is there a better adventure deck than Phantom Knight? Arguably Synchron. I mean, yeah, they're probably about the same power level. I'll start with one of these. Prank Kids, Scareclaw. Scareclaw is probably better. I don't know about Prank Kids. Horse Adventure. I tried to make a Horse Adventure deck work, and I couldn't really come up with anything concrete. Dragoon must be unbanned? Nah, it's fine. I don't think the card's too good. I just don't really want to play with it. I'm good, thanks. Oh yeah, this one. Or just ban Maxi for the love of God. Yeah, that'd be nice. I don't have any delusion it's gonna happen, but it would be nice. I would not be opposed. I'm also not that bothered by playing Maxi. I mean, it's not ideal, but what am I gonna do? Not play Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, I guess I should say, what am I gonna do? Play the TCG? No, I'm not going to play the I don't know. I don't feel like Max C interferes with my spicy deck building. I've never felt that way before, honestly. Speaking of which, let's put it in. We actually don't play Imperm in this deck because of this card. You have to only play the Phantom Knight trap cards. Now what other engine do I want to get in here? Oh, let's get droplets in here for sure. Do I want to play Horus or do I want to play? I think I still want to play Horus. Horus is better than DBE. Oh, and Speedroids. Do I want to play those? That's so many cards. Yeah, I don't know. I think Horus is better than DP. I'm not gonna lie. How do you get so much UR deaths? We're actually just talking about this. The TLDR is that I play extremely consistently since the game very first came out. I do all my dailies. I do every festival. I grind for all those gems. And that'll get you 7 to 8k gems per month for free. I have also spent money, but I used to have the exact number that I spent. I think it's definitely below 500, but it's above 300. I guess it's somewhere in that neighborhood probably. I never buy gems that are not discounted, but I also don't buy gems every single time they're on sale. Just if I want some, I guess I get them. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. How much UR dust do I have? Well, if you look right... Oh, no, it's covering it. Shit, I'm sorry. The viewer duel thing is covering it. Let me actually turn that off for a second so I can show you. But I could just tell you, I have 270. But... Oh, new sub goal. Here it is. Beep. There you go. Now you can see it. Boop. There you go. Alright. Yeah, I want to play a Horus engine. I do think this is better than DPE package, honestly. But we don't need like a big Horus engine. It can just be a little one. Oh yeah, I guess this is your Horus Adventure deck, isn't it? Why? Okay, is there a Phantom Knight card I'm forgetting? I kind of feel like there is, but I don't think there is. I mean, there are others I could play. That would not be bad, of course, but... like this one, mainly. Stained Greaves. Let me reference a build real quick. I usually, before I definitively say, yep, this is my build, I like to reference... Oh yeah, Speedroid. We're talking about the Speedroid package. I could just add them. And play 45. This is not a bad deck to play 45 cards. Although, like... Well, okay. I was gonna say, do you need the Speedroid package with Rite of Armasira being at 3? But the fact that these can make a rank 3 is actually still super relevant for this deck. Or making Cherubini is still, like, super relevant for this deck. So, like, when Water Enchantress was at 1 and Rite was still at 2, then I think, generally speaking, if you were going to play Adventure, you just kind of had to play Speedroids. Now, with Water Enchantress at 2 again, and right now at 3, I don't think that's the case. Like Sprite, for example, I'm probably not gonna play Speedroids in that. Whenever I try Adventure Sprite, that's just like too much. But for Phantom Knight, again, you actually can make a lot of use of these level 3s, so... I think you draw better than your opponent. Yeah, even while running 45. Well, we also play like droplets and stuff, so... Okay, what else are we putting in this extra deck? Levier, hang on. For sure. Arc Rebellion. I'll do 90, yeah. I think 90 is better than 38 if you have to pick just one of them. In this meta. There are other metas where I could see others being better. Here, Zeus is over here. We definitely want the Link Spooter. Actually, do we definitely need the Link Spider? If we're not playing Vert? Oh, we are playing IP. And SP. Are we playing SP? Yeah, we're playing SP. Of course we are. The rest of these are all bookmarks, I'm pretty sure. Dark. SP. U. And access code. Zeus! Take care, Marigold. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good one. All right. Beep. Let's see. Here's the Phantom Knight, here's the Adventurer, here's the Horse. What else? Oh, Sky Striker. That was another one of the big ones we should be working on. I'm so glad I have everything for this deck. It's such a cool deck. I don't play it that often, but I do like Sky Striker quite a bit. And it's getting new support, allegedly. It's rumored to be getting new support. I can neither confirm nor deny this. From what others have said that aren't me. I don't think the new support matters. I think it kind of matters. The Link 4 is good. Hang on, let's look them up. I actually do want to read these again. It's been a minute since I've read them. Where are they? Here they are. You know, if the alt art Engage is in the new selection pack and I pulled like 2 copies of it, I might just go for the 3rd. I don't have many alt art main deck cards, mostly because I don't want to pull 3 copies. But if it's not in like a separate pack, this art does look pretty good. So this is an alt art of Engage, by the way. I did want to point that out. It's not a new spell card. I think that's the biggest thing to note about the... Oh, are we getting alt art... Allegedly, are we rumored to be getting alt art Kagari? Or, yeah, Kagari as well? Because that would be cool, too. Ah, but you also play 3 of this. That's brutal. Are we going to run the Anarchitect Kaiju? I generally don't. It's not bad, but I don't think it's that great. But that is something that's pretty notable that I was going to say about the new Sky Striker support is that they've been giving Sky Strikers a lot of main and extra deck monsters, but not any more spells, which I think is like... I mean, there was Mobilize... hang on, what is the card called? This one. Linkage. This is the last time they got a new spell, and I don't think they've gotten a new one since this one. Because Sky Strikers are, like, kinda... Like, what spell could you really give Sky Striker that's impactful, but also doesn't, like, push them over the edge, right? They can OTK you with that one? Yeah, definitely. This is a very good spell card. I mean, I'm sure there are things you could do, but... I mean, Sky Strikers already have, like, negates, destroys, recursion, searching and draw, token making. They have Graveyard Hate, the Shark Cannon, which we're going to put in, by the way. It's like, what else could you possibly give? They actually do have specific spell Trap Hate as well. Give them a Soul Charge? Yeah, sure, that can't go wrong. But let's, Alright, what do these cards do? Pillar of the Future, Cyanos, level 1 light machine. This card is always treated as a Sky Striker card. 500 attack, 1500 defense. It's a machine dupe target. I don't know if that means anything, but it is worth noting. You can discard one spell card, special summon this card from your hand. That's not bad. This card is normal or special summon. You can special summon Sky Striker A's Rose from your deck to the graveyard. Also, you can special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except machine monsters. Oh. This kind of makes you want to cook, not even with Sky Striker, but like, I mentioned machine duping this thing, and I kind of want to do that now. Why did they ban terraforming? Terraforming, I think the terraforming ban was fine. There were just too many good field spells. Like, there's just too many good field spells. I don't know. I don't think terraforming at 1 was awful, don't get me wrong, but I don't miss it either. You can banish this card from your graveyard, take one of your Sky Striker Ace Rose that is banished or in your graveyard, either add it to your hand or special summon it. You can only use each. Oh, that's kind of wild. Wait a second. So, you summon this. It summons Rose from your deck. You link it with Rose into something. Then you banish this from your graveyard and then summon the Rose back? And it machine locks you. Okay. Wait. The summon from deck effect is what machine locks you. Okay. A flu deck misses it. That's fair. That's interesting. This is worth noting. I don't think this card is bad. I don't think I would play it in Sky Striker, but it's interesting. See, that's like what a lot of these new Sky Striker cards are like, though. Like, especially the main deck monsters. Well, I don't know. A lot of the main deck monsters are just bad. But this one is not bad. This is not a bad card. It's a very interesting card. I just don't know if it actually slots into Sky Striker. Surgical Striker Spectra. What do you think that stands for? It's a Link 4 machine, 2+ monsters, including a Link monster. That's generally not a problem for Link 4s. That might as well be generic, honestly. This card is always treated as a Sky Striker Ace card. Must first be Link summoned. Loses 3,000 attack while you have no spells in your graveyard. It's got 3,000 attack, right? Yeah, okay. Well, you have no spells? Okay, that's not that big of a deal. When your opponent activates a card or effect as Chain Link 2 or higher, quick effect, you can banish 2 spells from your hand and or graveyard. Negate that effect, then you can destroy 1 card your opponent controls. You can only use this card of Surgical Striker Spectra once per turn. I might play this in Sky Striker. I might play this in other decks too. This is interesting because it's generic, and I think the effect is generic enough that you could consider playing this outside of Sky Striker. Like, it does care a lot about having spell cards in the graveyard, but unlike a lot of Sky Striker stuff, which cares about having, like, specifically 3 or more, this one doesn't. It only loses the attack if you have no spells in the yard, which most decks will have at least 1 in there. And honestly, having 2 even for the quick effect is not a horrible ask either. I also think the effect is really interesting. It's kind of an Omni, except only for Chainlink 2 or higher, which is a really interesting restriction. So a lot of the time, it's going to be negating stuff that would interrupt your stuff. It almost insulates your board. It's kind of a good going second. Well, okay, it's actually kind of conflicting because, like, in that regard, right? I was about to say it's a good going second card for that reason. Because I was like, oh, because then you can set this up, and then your opponent has a board full of negates, and then you can negate their negates. But at the same time, when your opponent uses their board full of negates to make sure you can't go up to a Link 4 anyway, right? So is it even really useful in that regard? This is I don't know, this is interesting. Like, I think this card is, like, pretty close to being a generic playable, but it's just got a few minor things going against it. Yeah, I don't know. I think that, I think that's an interesting card. I might play it in Sky Striker. I don't know. It's like, but again, I think about going second and trying to actually make a Link 4 in Sky Striker, and it's like, how realistic is that really? This card is weird but cool. I think this is a very well-designed card. Like, it's strong, but not obviously... Not even not obviously broken. It's also not obviously, like... It doesn't have an obvious home, not even in terms of a deck, but a situation. But it gets the gears turning. This is one of those cards that, like, really gets my gears turning of, like... Again, not even what deck would I want this card, but what situation, right, would this be good in? It's a head scratcher. I like cards that make you think. I think it's good, but maybe a bit too niche in what it does. Let's look at some more cards. I want to come back to that one. Combination Maneuver, Engage 0. I love this card art. Hang on, I wanna... This is really cool. Oh, is it gonna load, or? I just wanted to see at least a little bigger. That's cool art. I really like that. I actually have not read the Sky Striker manga. Is it any good? I read, like, the first chapter or two. Because they've finished it, right? And now they're on to, like, Alistair and company. Anyway. This one's also pretty generic. No Goblin mode. I was actually kind of hunched forward trying to read these cards a bit. Let me scooch in. Animation card. Oh, I hope this is the animation card. That would be cool. Combination boot. Wait, did they? Yeah, no. Kagari has an animation, right? Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Combination maneuver. Engage 0. Light Link 2 machine. 2 light and or dark monsters. So not 100% generic, but generic enough. The same material requirements as Sky Striker Ace Azalea, actually. This card is always treated as a Sky Striker Ace card. Cannot be used as a Link material. At all. Period. Not even just the turn it's summoned. Just period. Cannot be used as Link material. If this card is special summoned, you can target one monster on the field with 2,500 or more attack. Negate its effects until the end of the turn. Note, oh, that's an on special summon effect. Yeah, okay. So, if you summon it on your opponent's turn, you'll get it as a quick effect, but, okay. At the start of the damage step, if this card attacks and you have Ray and Rose in your graveyard, you can destroy all monsters your opponent controls. You can only special summon Combination Mover Engage 0 once per turn. Now, this one I think I would actually play in Sky Striker, right? Like, again, the material requirements are technically generic. I don't think I'd ever play this as a generic card. But that last effect of destroying all of your opponent's monsters is fairly compelling. And also the on-summon effects could easily... See, this is... I think this is a better going second card than this one in that regard. Like... Because this disruption effect is, again, very specifically Chainlink 2 or higher. But this is an on-summon to negate a big monster, right? So I think that one will be a little bit better. Is it easy to get both pilots in the graveyard? Ray more so than Rose, mostly because you play 3 Ray and 1 Rose typically, but it's not terribly hard. I mean, to be fair, this makes access to Rose a lot easier. But is Engage 0 worth playing Cyanos, or would you just play more Rose? I'd probably just play more Rose. Maybe I'd play this, I don't know. What if the Link 4 was Link 3? It would be much better. I would consider playing it more, yeah, in Sky Striker specifically, because Link 4... Like, Link 4 is such a bigger ass than Link 3 for that deck specifically. Especially to have another Link 2 that doesn't use the Link material. How does Rose summon herself? I think it's if one of your things battles or something? Let's read. Sky Striker Ace is normal. Oh, no. It's just if a Sky Striker Ace is normal or special summoned, she summons herself from the hand. If your opponent's extra deck monster in the EMZ is destroyed by battle, leaves the field because of your card effects, while this card is in your graveyard, it also summons from graveyard that negates the effects of one face-up monster your opponent controls. Yeah, Link 4 and Sky Striker is just, for a deck that normally doesn't even really go to Link 2 that often, is like a pretty big ask, right? Hang on, where was it? I have so many tabs open right now. Here it is. So this one, I think is pretty good. This one I think I will probably try out. It's a little situational, but Sky Striker is already a going second deck, so both effects are pretty likely to come up. It really is a question of how often you can get Rose into the graveyard. I guess it's also a question of, is it worth it to play either more Rose or Cyanos just for this card? I suspect the answer is probably no, and that makes the second effect very conditional. That said, Sky Striker is a control deck, so there are a lot of times where it can get into a grind game where you'll get the Rose into the graveyard eventually, and then you might need an effect like this. You can also send her with Hayate if you need to. So, yeah, I think this one is worth trying. I don't know if for sure it always makes the final cut, but I would like to test with a copy of Engage 0. We have a couple more to look at, though. Sky Striker Ace Camellia. Is this like Azalea's sister or something? 2 effect monsters. That's extremely generic. Ooh, that's worth noting. 2 effect monsters. Link 2, 1500 attack. Must first be Link summoned. You can only special summon Sky Striker Ace Camellia once per turn. Once per turn... that's not an Aturia monster, I get it. Once per turn, if you have 3 or less spells in your graveyard, you can send a Sky Striker card from your deck to the graveyard. That's already pretty good. That's actually... hold on, that's really good. Does that enable Sky Striker to have turn 1 plays? Let's read the rest of the card. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one monster your opponent controls, special summon this card to their field. Also, if you do, send that monster to the graveyard. Also, shift control to this card's owner during the end phase of this turn. Oh, that's cool. That's a good effect. So, one of the reasons that Sky Striker is a going second deck is that in order to make your plays and set up spell cards in your graveyard, you have to, like, battle with Hayate. Oh, but this is a Link 2. It's not a Link 1. So I was going to say, does this let you play on turn 1 as Sky Striker? Kind of? I don't know how often you can consistently go into this on turn 1. You would need an extender, right? Just open Ray plus Rose. Is there a way to go into this on turn 1 with a 1-card line with Sky Striker? I kind of don't think there is. Kagari is... yeah, we can only summon each of them once per turn, right? So... I was going to say you could, like, Hornet Drone... or really... yeah, no, Hornet Drone, Kagari, Hornet Drone, get it back, and then activate it, and then go into Camellia. Send Engage, but now you've already used Kagari, and you can't add the Engage back. Hornet Drone's also at 1, and will very likely remain at 1 for good reason, too. This card is very good, I think. I think I would definitely just play this in Sky Striker, even if you can't consistently go into it on turn 1. But the ability to go first is very much increased with this card, I think, as well. There's not a lot of good ways to go into it turn 1 with only 1 card. Like, if you have an extender, it's not hard to make, but that's interesting. Yeah, being able to send the Sky Striker spells from your deck to the graveyard on an extra deck monster on turn 1, I think is pretty huge. But again, Link 2. So, that's worth... that might actually make something like Cyanos worth playing. Because now you can normal summon... wait, yeah, you just normal summon this and then special Rose, and then you link into Camellia. Camellia send Engage, link into Kagari, because this is a Sky Striker Ace, right? And then add back Engage. Wait, so this is worth playing. Wow, I think that's actually just how you build this deck moving forward. Well, maybe. I'm not gonna... Okay, I'm not a Sky Striker expert. I'm not gonna say that definitively. But if you choose to build your deck that way, you can actually play a going first Sky Striker deck now. I mean, again, you could before, but now it's a lot more feasible to do that. Maybe you also play Meow Mine? Yeah. Yeah, I could easily see. Well, actually, Meow Mine in the graveyard with Camellia would also be very good, because not only would you bounce a card with Meow Mine when you link this off into a Sky Striker card. Well, the thing about Meow Mine, though, is that it'll go into the... Well, but no, yeah, you could just use it as an extender, right? And then link it, and then when this goes to the graveyard, you bounce one of your opponent's cards, and also send one of their cards. See, I don't know. This actually, the shift control effect back to your end phase is not as good as it looks, because that'll put it in your main monster zone, and then you can't use Sky Striker spells during your opponent's turn. You could try to play it on Omega or Pro. I could, but I don't know. I'm not opposed to that idea. I've played Omega a little bit in the past for Edison, but I generally don't use them for testing Master Duel. Well, the problem with trying to use those tests for Master Duel is, like, I'd have to, like, specifically test with somebody, right? Otherwise, I'm going to queue a bunch of, like, decks that are not relevant to Master Duel because of either ban list or card pool differences. I guess overall card pool differences. Alright, what does this last one do? Sky Striker, Ace, Azalea, Temperance. Dark Machine, Link 3, 2500 attack, 2+ monsters, including a Link monster, must first be Link summoned. If this card is special summoned, you can banish one card from your hand or graveyard, then target one monster your opponent controls with 2500 or less attack. Equip that face-up monster to this card as an equipped spell card. You can only use this effect of Sky Striker, Ace, Azalea, Temperance once per turn. When this card is destroyed by battle, specifically, you can special summon one other Sky Striker one other Sky Striker monster from your hand or graveyard. This one's too niche. It's not horrible, but it's just asking you to do too much, I think. Yeah, I don't think I'd play this one. Meh. Yeah, I think this one's pretty meh, honestly. I don't know. I mean, the equip effect is not horrible, but again, it's just too niche. Also, the destroy effect, having to be destroyed by battle on a 2500 attack monster is a pretty big ask for a kind of mid... I mean, it's not a mid payoff. Like, bringing back one of your Sky Strikers is definitely not horrible, but... I don't know. I'm pretty meh on this last one. So, okay, Camellia, I think, has some pretty interesting implications alongside Cyanos for potentially playing this deck turn 1. Because, again, you don't even have to special this thing by its effect, right? This card is normal or special summoned. Special summon Rose from your deck or graveyard, and then you're just machine locked. But Camellia is a machine, right? Yes. The other Sky Striker Aces are machines, so that's fine. And then you can also get the Rose back if you want it as well. That just seems so good. Bestial Horus Orcus. I think some people in chat have. Oh yeah, Toadette says I'm trying. Let me get some more water real quick. I'm actually out. And then I'm going to keep thinking about this for a sec, because I think this is incredibly interesting. You know, I'm kind of intrigued. I might pull up Edo Pro and, like, not go on like ranked or anything, or I don't know if they have ranked or whatever, but I might just build it there and do test hands just to see. This is having me intrigued. It kind of makes me wonder if I should even like throw together a master duel list before this stuff comes out. But I think I will still. Yeah, because there's all these like random like Sage of Wisdom Himmel. Like this card kind of sucks. Sage of Strength. See, the problem with these cards is that like they have these like on-field effects, but like you don't want monsters in your main monster zone because you can't use your Sky Striker spells. It's like I kind of don't understand the points of monsters like these, or the point of monsters like these rather. Sage of Benevolence, special. Give control of this card to your opponent. Summon the Sky Striker Ace from your graveyard. It's like, who cares? Sky Striker Ace equipped with this? Hang on. Excuse me. You can only use one effect of Aileron. This card in the field is destroyed. I don't know. It's like, yeah, whatever. This card is whatever. Yeah, I don't know. None of the other, like... Oh, hang on. I wasn't actually done with that, necessarily. Not really any of the other Sky Striker monsters that are already out. I don't really find them that compelling. Certainly not to the degree that, like, I think Cyanos is... Like, this is definitely leagues better than any of those other ones we just looked at that are already in the game. Oh, yeah, I wanted to see... Did anybody... Oh, shit, look at this. This, like, just dropped. Let's look at some more Snake Eye decks. This was not here when we looked at the beginning of the stream. The Rise of Forbidden Droplet in the metagame. Z animated metagame called to cut Divine Temple of the Snake Eye and run Dramatic Snake Eye Chase instead? Whoa. As wanted, is currently limited to one. Dramatic accesses in the Diabell, which can fetch Silvera. Can negate a card is vital for thwarting the opponent's droplet. That's interesting. Running Super Poly in the main deck is an uncommon choice. Most players are opting for droplet instead. Frees up the extra deck for stuff. 9-1. Does this mean top 4? I guess that means top 4. Oh, but they're playing Fiendsmith stuff. That's probably why they can get away with that. Okay, that makes more sense. I can't wait for Ubel to come out. Wow, Fiendsmith is like pretty good, isn't it? It's not in Tempai, but it's in the other two decks. It's interesting that Snake Eye is like so much higher than Fire King in this latest report, considering the last one was Fire King and Ubel both above Snake Eye. Well, that's actually a lot of Memento. Like, not a lot, but that's also post the new fusion and a monster they got, right? Yeah. Neat. What's it say up here? Oh, it's not in this one. Fiendsmith Musket, Fiendsmith Unchained, Gimmick Puppet, Horus Gimmick Puppet. Y'all, we might have to play that when it comes out. Whitewoods. Centurion Toy Whitewoods. Horus Centurion Whitewood. Whitewood looks like a fun deck. Oh, but I wanted to look up Sky Striker. Okay, there's like nothing here. Never mind. Okay. Muskets mentioned, Runic spotted. Yee. I might do more research about this in my downtime. I don't know, we're on the deck building stream, right? Okay, let's finish this build first, and then we'll start thinking about other builds here. So, I think I want to play 2 mecha modules. I don't know how to feel about the field spell. I've actually not played this the last couple of times I've built Sky Striker. Because I don't feel like you have to have it, but it's not a horrible card. I feel like you need it less with Engage at 3 though, right? I've played this as a 1-of before. I can toss it in for now and maybe cut it later. But I'm trying to think if there's another... any of the spells I'm missing. Only one Shark Cannon, yeah, that's fine. 3 of these, 1 of that. What's this one? Show no main on... oh yeah, that one sucks. 3 of these. Yeah, okay, I think we're pretty good. I think this is about all the Sky Striker cards you would typically play. Eagle Booster. Eagle Booster's not horrible. Yeah, I mean, this card isn't bad. You know what would be kind of funny, actually? Is, like, playing this in a build. Like, playing this in a build that focuses on more on, like, the Camellia turn 1 stuff, because then it helps you dodge, like, Valor and Imperm. That'd be neat. That'd be cute. But I don't know if it'd be good. I mean, again, this card isn't horrible. Like, playing it as a 1-of, I don't think is like a terrible idea, but I don't know if it's optimal either. Let's put in the hand traps. Or at least some amount of hand traps. What do Sky Striker builds look like nowadays? Let me look on Untapped and Master Duel Meta both. See if we can find Lond? Lond's latest build? I think that's their name. Who's a pretty good... oh, Thrust! Yeah. Finally, a deck we can use this in. And then, yeah, we'll play a Talent as well. Because that's just good. 67% on 1? I'm down with that. Oh, evenly as a 1-of with the Thrust makes sense. 3 Upstart, 3 Chicken Game. Honestly, Upstart is optimal in this deck, but I'm not going to craft it just for this deck. I saw Duster and Desires. That makes sense. Oh, Rhoda? Is Rhoda not in here yet? Let's put that in there. Oh, and then Call By. This deck does play Call By. Okay. Something like that, maybe? It's funny, like, when this card first dropped in Master Duel, everyone was like, new staple, new staple! Play 3 of this and everything! But, no, I mean, it's a good card. It does end up being pretty niche what decks you do actually want to put this card in, though. Typically it does end up being either going second deck or a deck that really wants to search a specific spell or a trap card. This card is not bad in Branded. What are other meta decks this card would not be bad in? Mikonko, that's more of a going second deck, though. Like, I'm trying to think of decks that are not going second that like playing Thrust. Kaiser Coliseum? You can play Kaiser Coliseum in Sky Striker for sure. I don't know if I will, mostly because I don't know if I have room. And I think even if I did, like, if I want to cut Area 0, I might put in, like, Valor or another hand trap. But, yeah, Kaiser Coliseum is definitely not bad in this deck. How often does this deck play Area 0 even? I don't even see it on here, like, not even 40% of the time. Yeah, this card is not going to make the cut, I don't think. I'll play a third Valor again. Oh, and then the extra deck. We gotta fill that out. That shouldn't be too hard, though. That'll be... oh, did I put Azalea in? I always do kind of forget this is a Sky Striker card, because I'm more used to using it as like, well, I actually saw just earlier today somebody online call this card Diet SP Little Knight, and I'm like, yeah, I mean that is pretty much what this is actually. It's like less generic Diet SP Little Knight. It's a good card though. It's still a very good card. Yes, we will definitely play Celine. Where is she? And access code. And Dark? Right? Yeah? Where's Dark? Dark is right here. Okay, so we got 3. Oh, we play 3 of this as well. That's right. Usually play only 2 Hayate though, right? Yep. And then 1, 1... 1. I think the last spot is usually a flex spot, right? Could just play SP. Looks like a decent amount of people play Hita, but it's on the decline a little bit. For the entire archetype of Link 2 that pops in mind. It kind of is, isn't it? Yeah. That is kind of what Sky Striker's bigger, I guess, Link monsters are all about, is like the removal and stuff, and then SP gets to just kind of like do that anyway. I think we do just route it out with an SP. Speaking of which, I think we do just put SP as the last card in the deck for now. But again, I really do think that there may be some amount of merit to a going first Sky Striker deck that leads with the 1-card combo of Normal Summon Pillar of the Future Cyanos, Special Rose from deck, link into Camellia, Camellia send Engage, Kagari, go into Kagari, then Kagari add Engage, and then, because normally turn 1 all you can really do is make Shizuku, right? And then you just pass, but now with the ability to like potentially search stuff, I think that opens up Sky Striker to maybe do a little bit more. Ooh, excuse me. I could think about adding Lightning Storm or possibly more Board Breaker cards, but nah. We have Evenly and Thrust to search it, and Talent also searchable by Thrust. And just Sky Striker generally being good at going second. Yeah, I'm satisfied with this build for now. Yeah, if you've got a replay, we could do that for sure. Go for it. This is actually a pretty good time to do that. What about Upstart? I don't want to craft it. I would play it if I had it, but I don't want to craft it just for this deck. Chicken Game, on the other hand, if we end up crafting that for Snake Eye, I would not be opposed to playing that in Snake Eye or in Sky Striker. But yeah, it's definitely good for the deck, of course. Like if I owned Upstarts, they would 100% be in there, but I do not own them, so they are not. Beep. And no, let's just do you. There we go. Alright. Let's see if Elementian's replay has come through. I don't see it yet. It's all good. What else should we work on? I might actually take this Snake Eye deck to ladder after the replay. Play a few games. Is there any other deck that we haven't covered yet that's affected by the ban list? Sprite, we did Adventure, we did Sky Striker, we did Snake Eye, we did a couple of decks that play Calamity, we did this Punk deck that doesn't have anything to do with the ban list, I just like Punk decks. I think the only reason I stopped playing Sky Striker is they kept unloading cards and making the deck more expensive. That is, like, I'm very glad that I kept up with Sky Striker as they were unlimiting stuff. Like, yeah, I remember Skagari was coming back, but, like, stuff was happening. Or that as Kagari was coming back, I was like, yeah, I'll just drop the UR on it and be done with it, but... Super Heavy Samurai is going to go back to Borreload Baron. That was actually just the optimal way to play the deck. Like, that's the thing about Calamity, is that we, I'm going to start working on another deck. I haven't, okay, there it is. Okay, cool. That's the thing about Calamity, is that, like, it was a good hit, but, like, let's be real. Calamity was not a tiered strategy, like, pretty much ever. I don't think Calamity was ever the optimal way to play Super Heavy Samurai, or Monadium, and I think Nichiria Horus, which was, like, the deck where it was easiest and most optimal to spam Calamity, was, like, an upper rogue deck at best. Now, that said, I don't think the hit was unwarranted. Like, yeah, I don't think that a card needs to be, like, in a tiered strategy to be oppressive, and I think Calamity is a good example of something like that. I just think it's kind of funny that, like, for a card that was so oppressive, it sure wasn't tiered, was it? We'll get to play Centurion and Calamity people. There's other reasons to play Centurion, though. It's just a cool deck. Scythe is dope. Alright. Playing against this fellow named Kenjamin. We are on a Melfi Tri-Brigade against an ABC horse file. Scythe is dope. When is the last time I've even seen a Scythe lock? I always forget that card's illegal. Like, every now and then someone will bring up Scythe and I'm like, oh yeah, that exists. Hey, got another replay from Alnick. We'll check that out after this one. Alright, opponent is doing Horus and ABC stuff. What is this card? Hang on. Let me pause this. Unauthorized reactivation. Quick play spell, target one machine monster control. Click one appropriate machine monster union. Oh, okay. That's neat. I didn't know that existed. Okay. Okay, we're linking Sea Crush Wyvern and the Imseti into SP, or they are, rather. B-Buster Drake F to add a Assault Core. Makes sense. Lab with Sanctum. That seems cool. Alright, and there is the ABC itself. So they end on Little Knight, ABC, Hoppy. That's not bad. Alright, we're gonna lead with Obedience School. Didn't get met with an Ash Blossom, so no 3 level 2s for us, but we do still have quite a good hand here as far as the Tri-Brigade plays go. God, every time I see somebody else play this, I'm like, when is the last time I've played Tri-Brigade? Too long. Those are my roots. That was my first Master Duel deck that I reached the highest rank, which at the time was Plat 1. And you could D-rank from Plat 1 after getting there. I see, yeah, they're gonna banish our Chaos. We get to normal summon Nerval, banish 2, and then summon out the Ferrijit. We are, in fact, taking the Maxi challenge, but only to a degree here. I guess, no, it looks like we wanted to battle over the SP to make sure we were able to combo first. That makes sense. So we get to summon out the double Dragon Lord, and then go for an Appaloosa as well. Season 1 was so fun, with the exception of the coin flip bug. Yeah. But I do think that was a pretty big exception. Was that a Geargia from our opponent? Hang on. No, it was Union Driver. I thought this was like Geargia, the race car one for a second. Okay, got it. That makes more sense. Drytron coin flip exploit, yeah. The only reason Drytron and Eldritch were better than Tri-Brigade in that format was because of that coin flip glitch. Tri-Brigade was the actual best deck in that format because it could actually go second and didn't need to rely on a bug to win. I mean, not that Drytron and Eldritch needed the coin flip glitch to win. They were both good decks in their own right, but make no mistake, in a fair meta, Tri-Brigade was the actual best deck of Season 1. Alright, so we get to banish, they try to ABC, and then we of course negate with the Apo. I think we still have the bounce here too, from, yeah, the double Dragon Lords that we can potentially make use of as well. Tri-Brigade was, I will agree also, Tri-Brigade was definitely the most fun of the three. I agree with that too. I never did play Drytron, I never have built it. I did have Eldritch though. I didn't play it that often though, to be fair. Woof. Oh my god, there's all four of them. Is this Giant Trainer? Are they going for Giant Trainer? I thought, hang on. Can they use this during main phase too? No, yeah, because you can't conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect. So I don't, can they activate it? No, they can't. I didn't think so. That's why I'm telling you, like, Giant Trainer reads really good on paper, but it actually does end up being kind of niche when it's actually good, right? Because you read it and you're like, whoa, draw 3! But, again, are you really going to do that on turn 1 with all your Horus monsters instead of setting up, like, negates? And, you know, after turn 1, you don't get to battle phase at all? Like, you can't even battle phase, and as we just saw, then go into Giant Trainer, so... We got our Regulus for their Alpha. Or they have their Regulus for our Alpha, rather. I always mix that up for some reason. Summoning another Shurig here. Moving straight to battle. King Stork gonna send our Alpha. We can crash the Shurig here. Shurig F to add the Melfi Caddy of all cards. It's cute. Battling over their Giant Trainer. Very good, ensuring they're not gonna get those draws next turn. Bouncing back their Imseti. Moving to main phase 2 and then passing. But alas, they are going to be able to summon all 4 of those Horus monsters again. So, yeah, Alpha's a pretty good card, honestly. I don't think I have any copies still. That's one of those URs that, like, I almost built 8-axis, like, way early in Master Duel, like, back in, like, Season 1 era. Because it looks like it still looks like a kind of cool deck, but it's definitely not as good now as it was back then. 8-axis actually used to be like an almost tier 3 deck. It was very much upper rogue for quite a while, from what I remember, but never quite good enough to make the push into tiered. Yeah, thankfully we got rid of their King Stark there, so no more Horus monsters. Battling with Shurig and the double dragon and just passing right back to the opponent. We do still have another opportunity to bounce something here potentially. You got 3 from the selection pack? Hell yeah. Another unauthorized reactivation. This one's royal for another Union driver. Oh, that's it. I think they're out of stuff. And boom, there we have it. That is going to be lethal. So yeah, that was very nice. Like, there are not many games where you can play a grind game against Horus and come out on top. That's actually another cool thing about that engine, is that, like, it's really good at grind. Well, it's better than a lot of other engines at grind games because of its ability to just, like, summon 4 big dudes if you, like, answer their board. But no, here we're able to persevere even in the face of that. So that was definitely a good game. Thank you for sharing, Element. We do, of course, have another replay to take a look at here. We have one from Alnick as well. So let's, oh, did I not? Hang on. Oh, yeah, I hadn't followed you yet. Well, we haven't been to that. Alnick, there's, like, no way I haven't followed yet, right? Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Latest replay. Magic-y Punk. Ooh, that's a pretty spicy build right there. Magic-y Punk, and we're playing that against Ice Jades. Hang on, I gotta read some of these, because I gotta level with you. I've, like, never read Magic-y cards before. Alright, if this card is virtual summon, you can add a Magic card from deck to hand. That's pretty good. Once returned, when an attack is declared by this card, does the same attribute as a normal monster or a Magic monster in your graveyard. Place any number of cards to your hand on the bottom of the deck. If you do, negate the effects of monsters until... of that opponent's monster until the end of the turn, then draw the same number of cards. Okay, got it. Magic Key World, this card is activated. You can add a Magic Key monster from your deck to your hand. Well, for an archetype that's like not like the best, it does have a lot of searchers. Each non-token normal monster will be destroyed by battle card effect. It's not. What is Magic Key Meftea? Oh, it's a spell card here. Oh, it is the fusion. Oh, they have a fusion and a ritual in the same card. That's interesting. That's interesting that they have a ritual spell that's not a ritual spell. Interesting, okay. Add one, then place one card. So you can add multiple cards to the field spell. We'll use this effect once per turn. You can only activate one per turn. Got it, okay. So we're going to activate Magic Key World, adding the normal monster, yep, and then we get to add the spell, placing the cross out back. Going to use our Foxy Tune here, going for the Zayamine F2, then summon, or add the Sharkusai, which will then summon. So from here, it looks like we're proceeding into a Punk line. Going for the Rising Carp, Wagon and Deerno, Wagon F to add the field spell, yep, and then we're going to activate that before we go for our Synchro Summon. That's going to be for the level 8 Punk Synchro, I imagine, the Dragon Drive. Yep, that's what it's called. Ooh, Royal Dragon Drive. This card, hang on, sorry, I got to pause again real quick, because this is probably one of my favorite Royals. Like, it's not even a UR, but I think this is one of the prettiest Royals. It's so good. This art is already so good, and I think the Royal really accentuates it, so very good stuff here. Of course, bringing back Sharkusai, that's going to allow us to go for our Amazing Dragon during the opponent's turn. Following up with the Madam Spider, it's a little unlucky that we drew the Gabu there, actually, because we could have potentially gotten another draw, and of course a search, but we get to make the Bato Buster all the same. I'm going to add the Magnificent Magic Key material here. Okay, now what does this one do? Is it called material too? It's Meftel, never mind. Mefteal, okay. Cannot be used as a material for a Synchro Orc Sea summon, except for the Synchro Orc Sea summon of a Magic Key monster. It's a level 4 tuner, got it. If you control a Magic Key monster, reveal, can normal a Magic Key in addition to your normal summon. This card is normal summon, you can target level 4 lower normal monster. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So you just add it, and then you get it summons itself, and then you get to do the Magic Key Synchro Orc Seas. Got it. Alright, looks like we are making... Ooh. Ooh, that's actually really sick. Alright, hang on. Magic Key Fiend, Transferal Mine. It's a Fire Thunder. That's a cool combination. Oh, Sprites have that combination too. One Magic Key tuner plus one or more non-tuner normal monsters. This card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. You can only use each of the following effects of Magic Key Fiend, Transferal Mine once per turn. If you control this card that was special summoned using at least 2 attributes of monsters, you can set one Magic Key spell or trap card directly from your deck to your Spirit Trap Zone. If your opponent normal or special summons a monster with the same attribute as a monster in your graveyard, you can destroy that monster. That's cool. So it sets up a card and it disrupts. And of course we'll need to be reading this one too. Counter Trap. Magic Key Unlocking. Your opponent activates a spell or trap card when you control a Magic Key Ritual monster or a Magic Key monster special summoned from the extra deck. You negate the activation, and if you destroy that card, then you can declare one attribute. And if you do that, for the rest of this turn, all face-up monsters your opponent controls become that attribute. That's actually really cool. So it not only helps you with your attribute-specific Magic Key effects, it's also like in very, very specific matchups, like kind of a floodgate effect too, on top of being a spell trap negate. That's neat. So now we have a monster negate, a spell trap negate, we have the Ash Blossom, and then we have the Magic Key Fiend disruption as well. So Harpy's Feather Duster going down, and we are going to be chaining the Magic Key Unlocking. Of course, to negate that, we are going to call Dark. So now all of their stuff is dark as well. Ooh, that's going to matter for Ice Shades, too. They need their stuff to be water to go for, like, or to go for archetype stuff, right? It's not divine. No. Yeah, no, they can't really make plays, can they? That's good. That's good. Yeah, I think we called the dark though because we had the dark magic key in the graveyard. That is kind of funny though that you could call divine though, right? Yeah, you declare any attributes. You could make them all divine if you really, really wanted to. Ice Jade Erosion. Destroy an Ice Jade, and if you do, negate the targeted monster's effects. Oh no, they're using this effect. So your opponent activates the card effect or declares an attack. Or targets for an attack. Penguin! Penguin spotted! Toad! Penguin spotted! Alright, Adrenine coming back. They get to add the Ice Jade manifestation. Ice Barrier, gonna reduce the Magic Fiend down to 0 attack. We're normal summoning Ghost Ogre during the main phase 2 here. And going for our Amazing Dragon to then bounce their field. Oh no, we're just bringing back Icy. We're not even bouncing, we're just bringing back the Jam Dragon Drive and then adding another Ghost Ogre. Oh my god, and drawing another Ash Blossom off the field spell here. No, yeah, we don't really need to bounce here anyway, because they could just use all their cards again, so. Ooh, Ash Blossom on the Ice Barrier during their end phase is actually pretty huge here. Because we have 2 Ash Blossom in hand, that means we do in fact get to make use of that extra one we drew. That was pretty big, actually, honestly. That was a lot bigger than it might have looked. Oof, yeah, our Magic Fiend Transmural... What was it? That had a cool name, actually. I really liked it. Transferal Mine. Yeah, that's negated. It's got 0 attack. Opponent's going to summon the Gamir Adrenine here. Manifestation. That's going to get Ash Blossomed. Moving to battle. They threaten lethal here, but we have the Gabu, which will increase our life points by 3,000 and enable us to live here. That's so good! Gabu for the life gain! Gabu for the life gain! Oh my god. It's funny that we Gabu'd specifically for the life gain too. The monster effect of the gate actually didn't even matter there. Now we can make Da Peep, Pep F, Pep F during battle phase to pup itself. Yeah, we just swing in with that. We deal 28. Guardian Slime coming down. Oh my god, all these cards in this deck. Alright, we banish their Slime with the Pep. That also keeps our life points below. I guess our life points were already below our opponents, but now they decidedly are. Keeps our Punisher unaffected. Gamir Adrenine come back. Field spell card, or Ritual spell card comes back. I don't know why I said field. And then we have the Ghost Ogre on the Gamir Adrenine as a higher chain link, so that way we won't be able to have the protection. So there's that pop. Banishing the Jam Dragon Drive because it was activated in response. We even get to draw too! Oh, for another Ash Blossom, that's so good. You're getting close to time limit here. I bet. This has been a very, very back and forth duel. Look at that. Oh my god, that Ash Blossom off the triple attack saving us here. Not even necessarily saving, but, well, actually, yeah, it won us the game pretty much right there. Definitely stopped our opponent from mounting any amount of a comeback play, so... Whew, that was a good one. That was a really, really good one, Alec. Thank you for that submission. That was quite the game. Magic-y Punk. I think that's the first time I've ever seen any amount of Magic-y, like, in action. Was right there. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. Alright. Where are we at right now? As far as our deck situation. So again, I've covered a lot of the decks that I wanted to for post-ban list, specifically. Let's mess around with our Snake Eye deck a little bit. Nope, these are loners. I do still have those other videos with me playing the other loner decks coming out. No, I don't want to make a deck. Change deck, here we go. Alright. Gonna be giving our post ban list Snake Eye build a spin here. Now we are in Master 1, which means people might just end up conceding. One more? I'll do one more after this one. Normally, you stuck it in just in time. I'll do it. Normally I would save it till the end, but I'll make an exception this time. Okay, here this is pretty easy. I'm just gonna give up the birth here. I think that's fine. I still don't know about one original sin in this build. I guess we'll find out. Alright, are you going to concede? Love your guides. Use your Pearly Guide. Help me win locals. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you so much. That's always especially wild to me when people say, like, you're a Master Duel Guide. Help me in, like, the TCG. And they're like, I don't know shit about the TCG. That's kind of surprising. But, I know they're not always, like, super different. But it's a shame that you can't triple tack in between in a situation like this, right? But, we will definitely hand rep all the same here. Yeah, I'll hand rip here. I mean, I have a normal summon I could have drawn, but... oh. Wow. Let's definitely put that one back. So they have Ash Blossom and the Armored Xyz trap card. Got it. Okay. Suship? Yeah, that's like... What else plays that spell? It could be... Rika? No. Does Rika... Oh, it is Suship, yep. Alright, let's just activate this. No, Rika's Unexpected Die. Well, I knew that, but I just wondered if they would ever put... Because that did also say normal monster. Okay, we knew that was going to happen. We also have to get through their Ash Blossom at some point, right? We do also have plays still here, because I can... I should make Link Creevo. Well, they concede anyway. Alright, let's check out that, We'll squeeze in this replay from Dishman. I gotcha. I don't know if I have your player ID, so I will be needing that. Please. There you go. Okay. Alright, so what do we got here? Most recent game. We were on Unchained, looks like. Let's see what we've got. I'm gonna put that over here. Okay, we're going second. Double imperm, pretty good. This hand overall looks pretty good. Not only is it... Oh, it's VW. Wow, when was the last time I've seen this deck? Yeah, so not only do we have the double... Oh, but you know what? VW, I remember this about this deck. I haven't played against VW, I couldn't even tell you in how long, but one thing I do remember about them is that on-field effect negates actually just, like, don't do anything against this deck. Because all their stuff activates... Well, I guess, okay, their Xyz armor stuff is going to activate on the field, to be fair. But all the VW stuff itself, like, none of it activates on the field, so... yeah, we're going to imperm the Xyz Armor Fortress. That definitely makes sense. Also, Xyz Armor stuff in VW is not a bad idea at all. Do I still have my VW stuff? I have Shen, I know that. I think I got rid of the UR level 6. I don't think I have that one anymore. Okay, they're going to full armor Dark Link. Or Dark Knight, rather. Dark Link. Dark Link, like from Zelda 2. I've actually been watching someone play Zelda 2 on YouTube recently because I don't know much about that game. I was curious about it. It's a fascinating looking game. It's not like any other Zelda game, but it's like very RPG like. I think NES RPGs are cool. I need to play more of them. Like I want to play Mother 1 soon. I've never played it. Ooh, they're going for Crimson Dragon. Wait, on a 6? No. Okay, no, they're searching Secret Rumble. I thought they were using the effect on the Stardust Charge Warrior, and I was like, huh? Yeah, this is a very solid... Oh, and then you summon the Red Dragon to Omni-Negate with the Crimson Dragon, I bet. Yeah. That makes sense. VW is one of those decks I was never able to understand. I just stare blankly. Yeah, I definitely understand having that reaction from it. And so Emperor on the tour guide. We're gonna set the A-Bomb's prison for the Aruha. That's when they chain the Crimson Dragon. I wonder, I'm not an Unchained expert by any means. I wonder if it would have been worth it. Oh, for Trishula. Oh, okay. They're thinking they're not on the same. I'm not on the same level as they are. As far as that goes, okay. Shyana. Wait, did Trishula not activate? Is it a when? Did they miss timing? They did. They did. Activate. Yep. Don't do this. Don't ever do this. Pro tip for people who are using Crimson Dragon. Generally speaking, don't use it as Chain Link 2. Not if you want an on-summon effect, because those often say when, which means they can, in fact, miss timing, much like the Calamity. So that is very something, there's very much something to be mindful of. That's kind of why I assumed they were going for the Omni-Negate. I saw the Trishula come down, and then I was like, why didn't I think of that? And then as I was about to say that, I was like, oh wait, doesn't this not go through? It's like, yeah. Ooh, Abominable Unchained Soul is pretty good. Oh yeah, I was gonna say too, I'm not an Unchained expert by any means, but I wonder if it was worth adding the Sharvara before we started our plays. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of assuming we're gonna get negated by the Imperm, but we could have used that to dodge the Imperm with the Tour Guide. I usually don't Imperm the Tour Guide for that reason when I play against this deck. I usually just save the Imperm for Yama or something else. So that way, like, because if you use it, because again, if you use it against Tour Guide and they have Sharvara in hand, but I mean, we had a Ruha too, so we could just set it and make plays that way. I kind of don't think it ended up mattering in the long run either way, but it's like, I don't know, it's just one aspect of Unchained, the one I'm like most familiar with, I guess, because again, I'm far from an expert in this deck. It's a cool deck, yeah, it's definitely a very cool deck. And there we go, that's lethal on board. Oh yeah. GG's. Thank you for that submission, Dishman. Good stuff. Alright. Let's go back into ladder and do a little bit more testing. I'm mainly interested to see how consistent this deck feels and if we need a second Original Sin or not. Of course, yes. Thank you for the submission. Very much so. Okay, this sounds good. Main phase wanted because we have triple attack in hand. Now this is interesting. Do I Diabell pitch 1 for 1? I could 1-for-1 pitch Ash Blossom, and then if they have Ash Blossom, I could call by it. If they have Maxi, I could also call by it. Diabell pitch 1-for-1. If they have Imperm, I can get punished that way. You know the right answer, but your heart will hurt. Do you think it's 1-for-1 send Diabell? I guess we get hit by Imperm kind of no matter what we do, right? Or is it get rid of triple attack? And then... we can lead 1-for-1 pitch Ash Blossom. I think it's pitch triple attack. Do you think it's lead with that? Or do you think we... No, I think we lead with that, actually. Instead of... Yeah, because we might need Ash Blossom for, like, a Maxi or something. You're right, my heart will hurt. But I also think you're probably right. That it's just pitch triple attack here. Oh. Oh. It's fine. We'll be fine. Probably. Hopefully. Because this does play through Imperm. Which they have. Okay. Cool. Yeah, and also because the triple attack does nothing against the Imperm. That's why that was correct. Another reason why that was correct, rather. Rizu always with the wisdom. Alright, we get the Ash here. We have a Veiler, we have a Colubi. I'm just the greatest player alive. I opened everything I needed. Don't mind me. We'll just Poplar for Temple here. Yeah. I think I'll just set up Oak as well. This iteration of this line plays a little more into Nib because we summon Diabell first, but it's really not that big of a deal. We should be fine. Because I think this Flambridge is the 4th summon, and then IP will be the 5th, because IP is normally the 4th. But again, we led with Diabell. But that should be fine, because we're going to make IP. Unless they put the Nib, like, specifically on this chain link, I think. Actually, I think that's still fine, too, isn't it? I think it is. Can this board state make early? I think I only have one extra material in the form of Diabell. Nib against this deck always feels weird. It is always a little bit weird. Definitely, for sure. Let's weave in Link Kribo before I forget to do that. We could just keep the Diabell on the field. Wouldn't be a horrible idea. Flaunting the Royal Flambridge. Of course, you gotta. Excuse me. What? Let's do this before I forget about it. Alright. Ash to Brain Diffusion, and they followed up with Runic Freezing Curses. That's interesting. Have I ever played against a deck that played Brain Diffusion and Runic cards? Probably at some point. I can't think of a build like that off the top of my head, though. But I don't doubt that it exists, or that it's even decent. Abomination's Prison. Okay. So it's Unchained. Condition for Diabell's second effect. Goes from hand or field to graveyard during the opponent's turn. Yep. And then, funnily enough, this send is actually part of the effect. So this one would actually trigger tier limit monsters. They get Sharvara? They did, okay. Yeah, I don't doubt that it can do some stuff. Certainly, it's never a bad idea. Well, it's usually never a bad idea to mash two archetypes that are both weak to Ash Blossom. I think that's like the idea behind a lot of Plunder Patrol mashups, right? Like, that they Ash your stuff that's not Plunder stuff, and then you get to do things. Hex. I have noticed that too. I didn't get to make the URL. I noticed that too though. Yeah, we'll do this now. I don't think there's a reason to wait against Unchained. I can banish that. That's like not even a horrible idea. Like just make SP right now. Like boom boom SP. Yeah, I still have enough room to summon off Flamberge. I could also wait and make Goddess. What would I wait for? We know they have Sharvara in hand, and that's a quick effect. So actually, never mind. We won't make SP here. Wait, is Sharvara a quick effect? It is. Yeah. I don't know why I doubted that. For some reason, I brain farted for a moment there. End of the main phase. I mean, I think we definitely do this. Probably just to make Underworld Goddess here. Actually, do I just make Underworld Goddess? I can make Appaloosa as well. I think Appaloosa is probably better here, right? I mean, I think we always activate this. Not necessarily every single time when they threaten to go to battle phase, but in this situation, we always activate here. Okay, they're chaining Sharvara. That's completely fine, actually. I might go for SP now. Oh, this is actually pretty difficult. So if I make SP, they'll go Chainlink 1. Wait, they'll be Chainlink 1, I'll be Oh, but I target, so okay, that's fine. Yeah, I think I actually make SP and banish Sharvara here. That seems pretty good to me. I'm gonna do it. And then I'll have more. I have the other SP effect that's Disruption. I have the Princess's Disruption. That destroys, but we can still find something to use that against. I think that's better than a format Apo here. Because they can still summon off of this. Yeah, I'm gonna make the SP. I think that's right. Okay, so let's do Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. I'm not doing that yet. I could actually Oak, Poplar, and then add the Ash back to my hand, which I think is important to do because it's at 1, and I'm not going to get to search a follow-up copy. Yeah, let's do it that way. Was it better to make SP with Diabell? No, well, no, because if they send it, now I can still use the Diabell effect to get a search, potentially. Well, to summon it back, and then when it's summoned back, then I could get a search. Yeah, I really like adding the Snake Eye Ash from my graveyard back to my hand here. Not even just because I don't have space, but again, Snake Eye Ash is 1, so I can't, or at 1, so I can't just like search another copy, which is actually pretty important for grind game. I think you're really gonna feel Snake Eye Ash to 1 in a lot of grind game situations. They summoned another Sharvara. That's actually pretty good for me, I think. I'm not using that yet. Alright. Okay, that sounds about right. Okay. Yeah, I think that SP was the right call there. I think that was better than Appaloosa. You know what's really funny? Is that one of the things that people complain about Snake Eye is that they can always in on Appo, or at least I see that on the subreddit sometimes. And like, I almost never make Appaloosa and Snake Eye. Like, I don't know if that's the experience of anybody else, but I find it's actually pretty rare where just going into an Appo at almost any given point is the right call. I even found that to be the case before Little Knight came out. But I think especially now that Little Knight's out, I just almost never make it. Sounds pretty good. It's not bad. I have a Maxi going second and plays. It's not bad. Okay. All the joys of Master 1. What were you on? It was Twin Sprite. It was, ooh, they have a Royal Trouble Sunny. Why? Why? Don't play this in a deck where you're gonna go first. God, I bet you anything this was in their hand. Ooh, I would love to be able to see hands on replays. Ooh, I'd love to be able to see their hand. The thrust, the singular thrust. The singular triple tactics thrust. I only make Appo if their first turn is trying to destroy IP. I think even that is situationally dependent. Ooh, okay, this is actually a hand where we're opening with cash stuff. $60 card deck, okay. Okay, if I 1-for-1 pitch Oak, then I go Ash Poplar, and then I can just go into Flamberge. Yeah, I'll just do it like that. Oh, let me activate this first. Actually, do I need to activate this first? I don't have to, but I will. Wonder why they scooped, they still had plans. Honestly, probably just didn't feel like trying anymore. Again, it is Master 1. Fake rank. Yeah, someone sent me a Snake Eye list on Twitter that was being used by a Japanese player, and they were like, look at this post-ban list, I got a 23-game win streak. And I was like, wow, 23 games. And then I saw M1, and I was like, oh, well, that's probably why they got a 23-game win streak. They were playing any amount of Snake Eye in M1, so, you know. I mean, not to say that the deck was bad or anything, of course. I'm not saying that's the only reason, but it was likely a highly contributing factor. Okay, so from here, we just do Ash Poplar into Flamberge, right? And then we can do the chain link where we chain block the Flam. No. Because we already put Flamberge into the spell trap. So we link off Poplar for Linkuriboh, then Ash and Linkuriboh. We could also just send off the Unicorn as well. Okay, we're definitely activating this. Oh, well, maybe not definitely that early. Okay, well, if we're doing it at this point, I think we have to do it with Unicorn, right? I think this is actually fine, because this will chain block the Flamberge F. When I link it off with Poplar, that is. I want to reestablish my Unicorn. Actually, that might have played into Nib. I haven't even been counting summons, not even keeping track of that at all. Like a scrub. Ah, punished. Oh, never mind. Wasn't punished. Could have been, but wasn't. Yeah, I don't understand stun in M1 either. Unless they just like playing the deck? Which, like, I don't know. You can like whatever you want to like. Okay, we can't put the Flamberge, so we have to put the Poplar itself. Okay. Maybe dailies is why people do stun in M1. Or again, they just enjoy it. Which again, people can like whatever they like. That's fine. That's fine, she said in a tone that indicated it was very much not fine. No, again, I don't care if people play stun, honestly. Like, it is what it is. Gotta practice stun against people who spent time getting to M1. That's fair. I mean, I will say that, like, I don't think stun is a skillless deck. By any means. So I guess if I think that, then yeah, it is valid to get practice with it. Which it makes it understandable to want to play it in M1. Alright. I think they waited a little bit too long on this nib. Like, I can still just set up a Flamberge IP on their turn if they didn't be here. Stun is the only... Okay, I don't know if I follow that. I don't know if I follow your logic to that extreme. I can understand wanting to practice stun in M1. I don't know if I understand stun being the only deck it makes sense. Like, I don't know, can't you just play a deck that you want to play? Again, not saying that I think people are playing stun against their will, but... Oh, it's furniture. Oh, it's nothing. Okay, whatever. I would only play stun against my will. Also, look at me disrespecting Mech Knight right now. Charge of the Light Brigade. That's cool. Didn't know anything super significant there. I have Brandon lost active my fusion summon. Why can my opponent respond? Brandon lost only stops cards that negate the activation, right? Isn't it if they have a card that negates the effects but not the activation, they can still respond with that or something like that? Isn't that why you can still Ash Blossom under Brandon lost? Oh yeah, Lost makes it so you can't respond to the chain link right after a fusion summon. I see, but if you order, if the fusion summon is in the middle of a chain link and it's not the last effect, then they can respond at the end of it. Is there a reason not to do this right now? I kind of can't think of one. I mean, I'm sure there is, but I don't know if there's like a major compelling reason. Summon to a chain link. Ah, yeah. Milda Shiren. Oh, that's interesting. The Shiren's gonna... Oh, they didn't activate Shiren. Oh, they can't fuse. I see. Alright. Well, let's see. Oh, our opponent's cooking. Look at this. It's probably just gonna be Kikkalos. Just because I mean, there's an argument for the Scarred. Well, they actually have a level 4 tuner on the field. If they already milled Shiren and didn't fuse, shouldn't we take Scarred here? Like, Kikkalos is kind of compelling, but I actually think... I'm going to try it. I'm going to try taking their Scarred and seeing how good that is. Alright, I'm 100% going to SP that King Sark. Oh, I won't need to toggle on in that case. Oh, I should have chained Maxi to that, actually, in case they drew Ash Blossom or Called By. This one draw, it's not that big of a deal. End of the main phase. Yeah, we probably just have to activate this here. Birth... Oh, Birth does check the sarcophagus, you're right. Ooh, Chain Maxi. Okay. But those don't activate when they summon from the yard. Probably make SP here anyway. Yeah, sure, why not? Nah, I'll just banish our rated. Let's think about banishing a card in their graveyard potentially, but I think we're good. How's Snake Eye? I mean, not bad so far. I haven't had any trouble making plays. I feel like, again, I feel like the Ash to 1 is mostly going to matter for, like, grindier games. Take care, Examine. Hope you have a good night. Druid Swarm. Oh yeah, that's fine. Finally, we get to Shade Max C. Ash Blossom. I don't have a response to that. That's fine. No, yeah, I don't need a Promethean Princess. There's Dumatef. in the field spell, send Kibesnif. Oh no, another Imseti. Okay. Again? Or just gonna summon out your 8s now? Nope, that's fine. That's also fine. Battle phase? Maybe? That'd be fine. Might sting a little. Nah, if they just battle here, that's okay. If they make a rank 8, I can just pop it. Well, maybe not if it's number 90, but... Oh, it's Zombie Vamp? Yeah, we'll just pop that. Cool, there we go. Yeah, I was like, if they end on number 90, I can't, like, really pop that. They could just negate, but, like, then they just have a number 90 and a Jerusalem. That's fine. I could have activated anyway. They number 90. I SP Little Knight, banish Jerusalem. Don't have to worry about it for that turn. That would be optimal. Would save my Little Knight from getting battled over as well. That would have been the line if they had made number 90, just moved to battle phase. Princess really did need the pop effect to be a good... Well, but then she wouldn't be the princess and the popper, right? I'll be here all night, folks. Did they have 90? I guess we could have looked. You know it was good! You know that was a good joke! The whole gambit, we have a whole gambit of reactions in chat to that one. Oh, that's good. That's good. Am I just adding Ash here? I have Oak in hand. That's a little awkward, isn't it? Wait, if I get Poplar... Hold on a second. What if I added Poplar here and specialed it? Do I have to do that because I opened Oak? Because if I add Ash and then normal it, then I don't have access to Oak, right? This is the time for experimentation. It's Master 1, so it doesn't matter if we drop rank trying something out. Okay. Now, do I have to get Original Sin? No. I could just get Temple here. I could actually get Temple and place Ash if I really wanted to. Put Oak? No, we have Oak in hand already. Oh, from hand? No. Here, let's do it like this. Okay, so we've already used the add effect, or the on-summon add effect for Poplar, right? What if I place Ash... Link for Linkuriboh, don't place it back, normal Oak, bring back Poplar, Oak F, sack it and Ash, summon Flamberge, Flamberge and Poplar for IP. That sounds like a plan to me. No. Yes. We'll do it attack mode. Doesn't really matter. Now we can also still chain block the Flamberge F by doing it this way. Make Ip. Chain Link 1. Was that also within 5 summons? I think it was. Poplar 1, Linkuriboh 2, Oak 3, Poplar 4, IP 5. Yeah, okay. Do I place the Flamberge in the spell trap? Yes, because I'm going to bring back Ash, and I have not used Ash's second effect yet. Wait, will I have enough materials? Ash, Oak... I should have enough, right? I think so. I guess we'll just add another Poplar with this. Ooh, I kind of want a Kurikara in this deck, because, like, sometimes you just don't really have anything to add off of Ash, do you? Okay, so now we go... actually, we could just do this first. Wait, do we? Boom Boom, Princess, Ash. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this is the board. I'll just do this next. I'm doing this in a little bit of a weird order, but it doesn't really matter that much. Alright, I knew there was a way to do that where you could still chain block the Flamberge summon, even if you opened the Oak. Alright. Another 60 card deck, looks like. Alright. Also, normal summoning Snake Eye Ash. Definitely not using Temple yet. I'm not Ash Blossoming that, so... yeah, that's fine. I'm not Ash Blossoming that first effect, that is. I'm gonna Ash Blossom the second effect. What if it's Rescue Ace? Yeah, I don't want to use my Temple yet. I want to wait for them to use theirs. Oh, they're not adding Temple. Okay, that's fine too. Must be Rescue Ace then. I mean, it could still use 60 card Pure Snake Eye, but not the most likely. If I think that it is Rescue Ace, then I don't think I Ash Blossom. I don't think I really ever Ash Blossom Original Sin anyway, right? Well, okay, I guess the big question is if I Ash Blossom this. Which I think I still do. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, whatever. Okay, so... Ash's resolving, they have original and 4, Jesus, 2. I wish, only 2. 4 unknown cards in hand. Not ideal. Not ideal, but not impossible by any means. End of the main phase. Nah, let's just make SP. I don't think we need to think too hard about it. Okay. so weird. Like, I don't even want to. I need a Kurikara in this deck. I need something else to search with Ash. I don't even know if I want to activate this Ash's effect. All I have left is one Poplar in my deck. And I kind of want to keep it there to, like, search it, you know? Yeah, I need a Kurikara. There's something else to search. It's one thing I'm immediately noticing. Yeah, this gets Original Sin. Search another Snash. It's actually coming up quite a bit. Not being able to do that. Poplar to 3? Oh yeah, we're already on 3 Poplar. I was on 3 Poplar beforehand too. Yeah, no, we don't do these. We don't do that yet. 2 Oaks? I don't really know what the second Oak does for you though. Like, you don't really want to open it. I'm willing to do this now, but I don't need to. I don't need to Princess yet. They haven't normal summoned. Nah, I'm not gonna activate this though. I need to wait for that Turbulence. Colossus? No, I disagree with that. I would not add more bricks to this deck when you're losing starters. Called the Rescue Ace. Yeah, I mean, just the way they were playing. Them being on 60 cards and playing pure Snake Eye stuff, also just the way they're playing. Kind of tipped me off. Ugh. Oh, that was the reason to pop Hydrant. God damn it. It's fine. Whatever. We'll just do this now. I mean, it's not fine. I really should have popped the Hydrant. I didn't even think about Hita at all. Oh my god. Apparently it didn't matter. Another one! Ah! Sure. Actually. Wait. Did they target my Promethean Princess? What else do I have in here? Turbulence activates, right? Oh, but it's when they activate, so I wouldn't have a chance to do it. I'm just gonna do this now then, fuck it. Okay, so they summon Turbulence in set 4, but I already have an established board, so it's like not as big of a deal, but it still is gonna suck a little bit. That's fine. We'll figure it out. Would they discard a Fire Attacker? Oh, they didn't use Fire Attacker, that's right. Well, they used it, they summoned it, but they didn't activate the effects. Okay, Extinguish, Contain, Alert, Rescue, Alert, Emergency? I can't remember what Rescue and Alert, which one does what. Well, Rescue summons from Graveyard, I think, and Alert searches. That makes sense, okay. Yeah, that makes, okay, yeah, getting the Rescue. There's something kind of satisfying about them, like, immediately backing down from battling after that. I will admit. Yep. Let's just get this. I was just gonna say, let's just get this over with. And then we can do this on you and you. Then you flip your negate. Yep. Okay. Huh? Wait, what? Oh, because you get to summon still. Yeah. Of course. Now they have Hydrant. And another... Oh, and the Preventer. Okay, this makes more sense now. Yeah. I always forget about that effective Preventer. I always forget about it. Actually won't matter at all, though. Because I could just do this. What is their last one? Is the one that says I can't attack with it or use it as a material or whatever? Hang on, what is extinguish? You know what? Fuck it. Let's just go for it. There it is. So what effect bonds your opponent controls destroy it, then if you control Hydrant. Okay, but they don't control Hydrant. I can even... They targeted Ash, I can even dodge it. Yeah, I didn't think that playing through 4 back row was going to be that big of a deal in this game state. That was a good game, damn. Whew. Like, not to toot my own horn or anything, but toot. Oh, that was not too shabby. See, if I make an effort to like focus more on the game, the timer usually is not that much of an issue for me. Like even when I get low, it's like, again, I like to credit my years of playing Hearthstone, getting comfy with being at the end, the literal end of the rope, to being keeping your cool while the timer is low, right? Yeah, exactly. When you already have an established board, the back row becomes much less intimidating. Okay, this hand has Oak Bonfire again, so that means we Bonfire. Oh, okay, well, we just don't do anything, because we won the coin flip in Master 1. You know what's really going to kill me is if they're playing board breaker cards. Oh, no, okay, this is definitely a deck that really wanted to go first, wasn't it? One Max C! One Max C. That's wild. But I guess it makes sense in this deck. Or in that deck. Second auto scoop. Yeah, really, in the first one, they actually went first. They went first, look at their opening hand, and then just auto conceded. This build has been performing nicely so far as being able to consistently make plays still. There's another hand that can make plays. Opening this Oak. Oak is glued to our hand here. Everybody scream in our town of Burn. I always think of that line from This Is Halloween whenever somebody plays Tear Limit Scream. And then whenever I sing that, then people in chat start screaming. That's good. What do they banish? Heartbeat. Okay, they're gonna mill 6 here. Yeah. Havness. Oh, interesting. Okay. Everyone scream for ice cream. Is that a jingle? Was that like for a product? I've always just heard that as like a general childhood colloquialism, but I didn't know it was like for a specific brand. They are in fact getting dangerous. 2 cards left in hand. Pretty good time to Velo kick Kalos. Grief. Okay, they have plays. They have plays. Yeah, I was gonna say you could even send the Kikalos to then mill 5. They didn't mill anything relevant though, that's good. Normal summon Keldo. So it's just gonna be roll Kalos pass. Okay, that's not horrible. It'll be work. It'll be roll Kalos pass with Keldo in the yard as well. That is worth noting. Is there anything else in the yard we need to note? I don't think so. Yeah, no, it's just Keldo. Keldo roll Kalos, that's not bad. That's not. We already have a triple attack too. Oh yeah, this will be fine. This will be fine. Probably. This will probably be fine. It's not a great top deck. Let's see what Redo attaches. I was gonna, yeah, Scream Mill could come up. Redo or attach could matter. No, it's just Ash Blossom, okay. I don't like having to normal summon while I have Oak in hand. But I'll do it. When the steel tells them nothing, yeah. Alright, here's their mill 3. This is gonna be the big... Ugh. 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 Oh. Oh, that's gross. That's disgusting. I think... Okay, hang on. What do I take here? I have to take Temple. Oh, that's not ideal. Do I have to take Temple? I think I do. Yeah, I do. That's fine. That's fine. What are you making? Well, okay, so the reason that I think that we had to get Temple was because if we just get Subversion, then they make Kaleidoheart, put back our Poplar, and then we can't use Original because we can't actually summon Oak because we already normal summoned Poplar. But by getting Temple, now we can use Subversion, and well, I guess we could have triple tacked. Oh, actually, hang on, maybe I should have gotten Subversion in that case. Subversion, 1 fusion, triple attack, the other, send it. That might have been better. Maybe, we'll see. Kick Kalos, okay. That's fine. For Shiren. Dragos Tapelia? That would actually be very fine with me. Okay, yeah, if this is Dragos Tapelia, that's not... Okay. I think Kaleidoheart would have been scarier, honestly. Okay. Yeah, now I can just, like, steal, battle. Do I do that first? I think I have to do that first. Need Rhino? They had Rhino earlier. They milled Rhino to... Oh, but they didn't have another tier monster. Did they? I don't think they did. Draw, activate, send Havnus Rhino. Havnus Rhino, kick Kalos. Yeah, they didn't have another tier. I see. Okay, that makes a little more sense now. So if I take roll close, can I combo through? Okay, we always take roll close, so let's start by doing that. I don't think there's a world in which we do not steal right here. Their only response is Keldo right now. I'm not worried about that. And Redoer. I'm also not worried about that. The question is, do I go straight into battle phase? Oh, I can't because of the scream. Ooh. Okay, we still always take roll close there. That's fine. Alright, so, okay. If I temple for Oak, original send... Wait, temple, place the Oak that's in my hand. Let me actually start with this. Because we're always going to do this, and they might use their Mudora right now. I don't think they will, but there's a world where they do. There's some reality where they chain Mudora and put back this Poplar. Hopefully we live in it. No, okay, that's fine. Take Drago and negate. We could have done that actually. That would have been smarter if I hadn't considered the, or if I had considered the attack drop rather. SP bait on Drago, then Temple. We could do that. Yeah. Let me think. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Skips OTK, but I think that's fine. Okay, but the question is still, am I going to temple place Oak from hand? Because in the original sin, oh yeah, hell yeah. We just chain this and then we banish you. Banish both. Oh, but this is already activating its effect. So even if I do it on Time Thief Redoer, that's fine. It'll still be... It'll still have used its effect. Oh, just not chaining. Okay, that works too. I don't know why they didn't save their Dragostapelia, but that is a-okay with me. So, okay. Temple place Oak, original Sin, send the Oak, summon Snake Eye Ash. Okay, let's just do it instead of talking about it. Because I already normal summoned, so this is the only way to get the Oak in rotation. Still have the summon effect of Poplar. Very good. Nope, not that one. That's just Link Krabar, right? Yep. One, two, three. I actually don't. Well, I mean, yeah, obviously I care if they shuffle back my stuff, but it's not as bad as it might look either. Do they have any darks worth taking in here? No. Okay. So if I go into IP, Flamberge F, they stop the summons, then I won't be able to... I think I have to turn this into Link Kribo, make Dark, take their monster. Oh, but then they just activate anyway. Like, I would love to be able to climb into the Promethean Princess, but I don't. I think I have. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, let's do that. Let's place the shuffler and just get them to use it. Yep, targeting those three, sure. Okay, now I can do stuff. Alright, I'm gonna have to move quickly here. I'm even gonna set this so it just doesn't ask me about it. No summons off Flamberge, but that's fine. Oh, right. I hadn't forgotten about the battle phase! I forgot about SP. Damn. If I hadn't forgotten about SP, I 100% would have had enough time. That sucks. But it is what it is. Was that our first loss? Holy shit, that was our first loss. Hang on, what is today? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna get it this Master 1, but let's do like 1 or 2 more. Damn, I was all the way come back too. They didn't have anything left in their graveyard either. They were in top deck. Well, they had a Scream. They were in top deck mode against my Promethean Princess crossout, which, to be fair, is not the most against tier limit specifically. Like, if they'd peeled Rhino hard, they would have been able to come back, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I'm very sure they would have been able to, but... Stake your soul. Reveal Ash Blossom. I'm just gonna ash that, fuck it. Damn, yeah, if I hadn't forgotten about the attack directly, I would have been good. Oh well, that happens. That's where you practice. Okay, so Ash Blossom is one of the 3 in hand. Okay, it doesn't matter anymore. Sure. Do we always lead normal Poplar here? I think we do. Yeah. SP is really strong, but her no direct attack effect screws me over more than I care to admit. Yeah, that's definitely a little bit of a mood. It's something I forget about quite a bit still. I imagine as I play with her more often, I'll get more used to it. Oh no. Okay, anyway. Nope, not that one. If this gets negated, I still just win, right? Okay, didn't get negated. Super Poly. Alright. Ah, that would have been a reason to activate Temple early. That's kind of a niche reason to do it, though. Also, yeah, Super Poly and Vanquish Soul is a little bit unexpected. I mean, okay, we always do this. What do they have in their yard? They don't have a dark or a fire. That's annoying. Oh, no. What am I doing? Jesus. I made that way harder than I needed to. I always forget that works when you send it off cost because it's fucking broken. God, I forget that with 1-for-1 sometimes too. It's funny because Tier is like at full power, obviously still the more powerful deck, but like that is one way in which Snake Eye is definitely more broken than Tier. That they just work when sent off costs, because they do. I think this will be my last game before we call it for tonight. Overall, I am pretty satisfied with the ratios of this build as far as starters go. I would like another Curry Card Divine Carnet, if only to have something that's not popular to search off of Snake Eye Ash. We have not seen that much of the Cashier package. We saw a Unicorn for one game I can distinctly remember, and it was pretty good. But it does make one question how necessary it is, if we've been doing just fine not opening it. I don't think it's bad, but maybe second original, third Veiler, Birch, and 2 other cards would be better. They have a Visas Starfrost in hand, right? But we will just imperm this anyway, I think, because I don't want them to have access to Meek, if they don't already have it. You show the deck before I finish? Yeah, totally. Would you rather open Unicorn or a Veiler? It just super depends on going first or second, the rest of the hand, etc., etc. Of course, it's not just a Veiler, right? Like, the Cashier package is 5 cards, and Veiler is one of the 5 I wouldn't include. Again, 2 of those are the ones are Birch and a second Original Sin. And then just 2 other cards. I don't know, it's like... I think more testing is needed to be done with the Cashier package post-ban list to truly determine how worth it or not it is. Just when to toss and open the Unicorn. I mean, that is one thing I actually don't like about the Unicorn, is that in grind games, if you don't open it, it's like... I mean, I guess it also kind of depends on the situation, as far as whether it's useful or not. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Dragite. Oh, okay. What does your extra deck look like that you have Dragite in it? Just out of curiosity. That's pretty standard, except for having Dragite. Oh, Econs, that's cute. Yeah, I think I meant to click the Excel Stardust. True. Your card! It's Econ! It's a good card. How many missions did we get done today? Oh, good. We got a fair amount done. Oh, yeah, everything but solo mode and trap cards, yeah. Okay, I think that is going to do it for tonight's stream. Thank y'all for hanging out. One thing I do gotta say, we are streaming tomorrow, but I'm gonna bump up the time by actually a few hours, just because the next day I'm gonna end up going into work earlier than I initially thought I was gonna do so. So I think I have it on a schedule for 4 p.m. Probably gonna do closer to 12 noon, actually. And I will make an announcement about that over on Twitter as well. But, yeah. Thanks for coming by, everyone. Thank you, Coop. I appreciate that. Thanks again, everyone, for early. Yeah, my next couple of weeks are a little weird as far as, like, schedule goes for Wednesdays, so stream times on those days will probably be a little bit weird as well. But who is online right now? Who can we raid? Let's raid Ame. Let's see what Ame is up to. Let's go say hi to her. Oh, her keyboard looks so colorful. I can see it in the thumbnail here. All right. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. I haven't settled on 12 noon. It might be like, it'll be early afternoon. Again, I'll make an announcement about it here on Twitter. But yeah, thanks again, everybody, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.